what's happening here that's not happening anyplace else?
I mean, the competitive level starts at 4 years old.
Classic rivalry.
Hall of Fame type coaches, great personalities.
All three schools, though, they changed the game of college football.
Florida State Seminole,
Miami Hurricanes,
Florida Gators.
You want to dominate your opponents and you want to get stoned, make sure that you roll up.
It's the roll up, it's the vibes. Another beautiful day in the Sunshine State, and I am kicking it with the illest. Larion, CJ, what it do?
Man, I'm literally in the Sunshine State now. The move is like 80% official at this point. I am currently at Cocoa Beach. Oh my God, it is beautiful out here. Why have I never been here, man? I didn't know nothing about it. I go to Orlando all the time. Yeah, I've never been to the East Coast. Never went over there. I just go straight down to my family to Orlando. So
yeah. Shout out to Cocoa.
You got no excuse now, bro. I expect you go be in Daytona this weekend, bro.
Daytona this weekend? What's going on this weekend?
Get you some wings, man.
The wings. Oh, I do got to go back home this weekend. I got to go home real quick. I got to go. But Daytona out the way now. But we'll see.
No, it ain't. It's on 95. 95 north.
When I ride
straight out.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you're right. You're right. Damn sure right.
Yeah, Daytona off 95.
Did you helicopter in or something, bro? Like, you had to drive by to see them Daytona exits.
Oh, no, I caught a ride. But, I was supposed to fly, but that's a different story. I ended up telling them I'll put that in the pocket. We'll see how that plays back on me later on. We'll see. Stay tuned. See if the company want that back.
Welcome to being an official Florida boy, man.
I like it already, man. I like it. New gig, got a lot of talent.
You feel real yet? You feel real, don't you?
Nah, it's always GA all day.
As soon as you cross the line, bro, you just get like a new breath of realness that just hits you, right?
Man, y'all know
real aura.
I've been in Florida my whole life, man, but it's always GA till I die, man. Savannah stand up. Y'all know what it is, 912 Seaport. But I'm never coming back, man. I love y'all and I'll visit, but I'm never moving back home. See y'all later.
All right, I think we lost CJ a little bit, man. But welcome to Florida, man. How's it been so far? I want to ask you. I know you had some debacle and some shenanigans going on. We're trying to get to town, man. You made it, but how's the vibes in Cocoa outside of just work and moving to a new city?
Man. It's just super vibey, man. Super chill. Like I was like, this is me. This is me, man. It's like
it's similar to Savannah, isn't it?
No, it's way better.
Like a size standpoint.
Oh, size, yeah.
But
being in Cocoa, like right here on the beach, like their 5 o'clock traffic and our 5 o'clock traffic is day and night. Like they 5 o'clock traffic costs me 5 more minutes in the afternoon. In Savannah, that's
in Cocoa.
Oh yeah, it's real easy, man. It's like easy going, easy living. If it's got a real good local feel to it, I honestly want to stay out here. I'm gonna start looking at properties next weekend.
No, I think I told you that because you told me what the job was. You was thinking about commuting to Orlando. It's like, nah, you in a good area. You might want to stay exactly where you at.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go no further than Rockledge, Titusville. That'll be as far as I go. So I'm either gonna kind of stay out here on Merritt or something like that. Who that? Oh, Edge Hanger. What's up, man?
Say time to go to wigs now.
Say time to grow some wigs. I'm gonna grow wigs off the back of my head. I ain't got no wig.
You gotta wig the beard out.
Wig the beard out. Yeah, man.
I was just in Cocoa, man. Like what, a month and a half, 2 months ago, I was in Cocoa. I went to out there to the beach to check something out. But it's a little Thai, I think, restaurant right there along the beach. It's pretty fire.
Okay, that's
Cocoa is also fire. Like that beach, they got the big down here in South Florida, like the sand area shrinks. I think you know what I'm saying. We don't have the big. It's a nice area to like put your tents up, but in Cocoa, the sand area is like huge out there, man. I've been out there a couple Memorial days. Be vibed out. Great place to be at that time of year.
I wish if I didn't have to go get my cat, man, I probably wouldn't even go home this weekend.
Cocoa low key, man. It's one of those cities, cities that's not too busy, like Larion just suggested, and you get the entire vibe of kind of like
great high school football too, man.
Yeah, really good high school football. It's kind of like a slower Boca, if that even makes sense. It's like a slower Boca, man. Real nice beaches.
Man, don't you ever compare Cocoa to Boca? Are you crazy?
No, from a standpoint as far as like how can I put
chill.
it? You got chill. Like Boca is like an outlier of Palm Beach, right? Palm Beach is busy as hell all around. You get to Boca, it's like, oh, it's totally different.
Slow down a little bit.
Palm Beach slow, bro. Now Palm Beach slow. Boca is just really slow. But Palm Beach, like when I leave here, bro, when you come back here, like I guess like people here, we're very chill. We don't know that till we leave. But this nice weather, a lot of rich people, it'll like rock you to sleep a little bit. When you go to other cities, you're like, bro, we moving slow as hell down there, bro. But Cocoa is a very chill beach, Bummer Beach city type vibe.
Man.
Shit.
Y'all boys been to New York? I know you've been, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Man. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you went to school up there. Like, man, I remember I went to New York City, bro. I was like, why is everybody walking so fast? Like, I couldn't understand. Like, bro, y'all don't slow down for nothing. And I was like, nah, this ain't my speed, baby. I like to stroll, man. I'm from the South, man. We take your time, slow like syrup. You know what I mean? But
for sure.
This is definitely what land. The new king of cocoa's here, baby. Anybody
king of cocoa?
King of cocoa's here. Anybody want to contest the crown? Come holler at your boy.
All right, man. Don't get ran down on out there in Cocoa.
They're never
crazy.
That's what I do. I talk crazy and I hide in the house. You'll never see me outside.
I like it.
That's what you do.
How was your weekend, CJ? CJ out of here?
CJ fell off again. Got that
Spidey
crow
connection today. Got that crow again.
Got that crow. Oh man, my
upgraded the equipment, upgraded the platform. We cannot upgrade CJ's internet.
Shout out to my little brother just got out of jail, man. So shout out to that, man. I ain't even know he was in jail, but he just texted me. So he just texted the group chat with me and my other brother, my older brother. He out of jail. So congrats, Daryl. Well, come on, boy.
That's wild.
See, I ain't even
Bruh, my little brother is the wildest cat I ever known. This man is 40. He's still with the shits. Like, calm down, brother. It's over with. We old now. But
it's definitely over.
Is. Yeah, but he a wild dude, man.
How's your weekend, CJ?
No, it was pretty cool though, bro. As far as Part 1 was a little weird this weekend, man. We took an L this weekend to the rival, but we still got to see them again in the championship game in 2 weeks. So we get our get back a little bit. But it was weird as far as like a kickoff standpoint. So the kickoff time was at 3 p.m. So it was just a weird day. Then after that, of course, got home and threw some stuff on the grill for the FSU game. But yeah, it was a pretty chill weekend. My Ravens got the win. Prime time against the rival Bengals, man. They kind of salvaged my football weekend because I was taking L's left and right, man, from Part 1 of the FSU. Shit, even but throwing Cookman, I was 0-3 at one point in time, boy, on Saturday. It was rough.
Fantasy
2-0, man. I'm still kicking it tough in my fantasy league.
Okay.
My fun league, I'm number 1 in my money league, I'm like number 2 in right now. So fantasy is, but what AB say, business is booming.
Business is booming. Hey man, AB, we're trying to talk about it. Yeah, AB is a wild man.
Yeah, we can't get AB no love right now.
A lot of people said business booming before him. That guy.
You're right. I ain't gonna get AB the credit.
AB a wild man.
But no, I was a
big
pretty
AB fan on the field,
good,
but off the field, he a wild guy.
Off the field, he a different animal. When they hated T.O. for the craziest shit, bro. AB is 10 times what they thought T.O. was, right?
T.O. is nothing. T.O. is an actual victim of media scrutiny.
He's competitive.
He really was.
That's all it was. He was just a guy that man, he want to win at all costs. And he gonna lay it all on the line. AB is a nut.
He all about him. He all about himself. Yeah. T.O. was about himself too, but he laid a lot of shit on the line for the team as well.
Right.
AB don't give a shit about nobody, man.
How about speaking of nasty work? Your boy Brett Favre, came back out and said they lying on him, man. He said the media is smearing his name, man.
The media ain't said shit.
I'm like, bro, Twitter said something.
Like when you see the text messages, Twitter smear your damn name. The media not saying shit.
For real, Owen smeared his name.
Bro, we have seen I turned on, especially you think about this is a college story to an extent. I have seen no mention of it on any of the college games, gay shows.
It's one of the greatest players that ever played a game.
Right. And NFL, a Hall of Famer, a legend. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. At the very least, is that. You don't see no stories about that. But Brett came out and said he ain't did nothing wrong. I'm like, man, you don't know you and cell phones gonna get along? Nah, brother. Let me tell you something.
All Brett literally text the person saying, "Hey, this shit won't get out to the media. Will it?" Like he literally sent that text message. This shit
why? Okay. All this is crazy, right? But why Brett ain't in jail? Why ain't no charges coming up, bro? This is obvious fraud.
Yeah,
and theft. Huge fraud. Like, $5 million in fraud.
Yeah. Y'all talking about stories? What is charges at, man?
And he wanted to fucking double back, and he seen that shit was sweet. He wanted to double back and do some shit for football.
Do it again.
Yeah, he seen that shit was a lick. Let me double back.
Let's see if we can make, we can make an Ole Miss out of Southern Miss. Man, we can.
Right, that's literally what it
buy a few and see if we can get going. Yeah, Brett ain't gonna see no inside of no bars, man. It just goes to show you this is America.
Bro, he barely go on think he gonna pay the money back on thing. Like he trying to evade that. Like Brett is about to go through scot free. He goes back in his lawnmower and his Wrangler jeans in a minute.
Was it in copper tone? Not copper tone, copper fit, whatever them shits is. The gloves, the socks, all the copper stuff to help with your joints, man. If I was Brett,
all that copper, you need all that shit.
I need it, but I ain't never bought none yet. If I was Brett, first thing I would have did is said, "This shit bigger than Brett Favre." That would have been my first media statement. Nah. We ain't gonna just take Brett Favre down because the writing's on the wall. So if Brett got to go down, so do all of these public officials that helped Brett get this thing going. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious that he came out to say this is a smear campaign.
I mean, what else he supposed to say, man? They're not smearing shit. That's what's crazy. That's what's hilarious about it because nobody's saying nothing. That's the problem, Brett. Nobody's saying shit.
Yeah, I was about to say you was getting away with it at best.
Right. So why say shit? Like you bringing more.
I would have said nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Bob,
get back my lawnmower.
Bro, in 3 weeks, we're probably not even talking about this. So if I'm him, I say nothing, but we'll see. They gotta levy criminal charges. Come on, man. There's got to be a little bit of justice in this world.
We're gonna get into some big three talking a little bit, but what's up with your boy Prime out there in HBCU land, CJ?
And my boy calling me back right now too. It's crazy that you asked that. He literally called me back right now. Crazy timing.
Impeccable timing, man.
Impeccable timing. But yeah, man, it's a lot of drama out there in HBCU land with Prime, man. And I get what Coach Eddie I get Alabama State's right. So Prime does this thing every game when he walks the stadium or whatnot. But it's the way you do shit, man. You're not walking through players, and that's disrespectful, man. Going through the team, going through players. I feel like that's disrespectful in my opinion. Just to flip it out, like if the coach
is that a HBCU culture thing? Do other coaches do that shit?
Hell no. That's a Deion thing. That's a Deion Sanders thing. That's a Deion. He got a camera, do a little video. So Prime will be Prime when it comes to the show shit.
I'm trying to let y'all smell that cologne, man.
If Prime was at FSU, nowhere in hell, he or any FSU player would allow that type of shit to go on back then when he was playing. So you gotta look at it from that perspective. The players are cussing.
He was cussing Prime ass out. You hear me?
As they should. But and then Coach Eddie Robinson, and I didn't really have an issue with it. Junior Eddie Robinson Jr. He pretty much had his hand out. He shook Prime's hand. Prime kind of came in for the old
the brotherhood.
Mac Brown. The Mac Brown
the little
boy you hug. Prime tried the little boy you hug because Matt Brown had Manny. He tried to get him like that.
He definitely did.
Yeah. He just gave him that. Yeah, and this kept moving. And Prime kind of Prime the one who really pushed off or whatever. I guess he got pissed off at it, which I understand. But then Eddie Robinson come in saying Deion isn't swag, he's swag. I get what he's saying. Played at Alabama State. Dad was the famous head coach at Grambling. With second round, this, that, another. But at the same time, though, bro, you can't disrespect what Prime has done for the SWAC too. At the same damn time, he's brought a lot of attention, notoriety to the SWAC. To the SWAC, excuse me. He went directly to Mississippi. I do too. He went directly to Mississippi. This ain't gonna be no
kumbaya shit, man. This is still a rivalry shit. It's still football. You know what I'm saying? Like what we
Alabama State is one of the
brothers, but
it's
still a rivalry, baby. Yeah, talk that shit. I like it.
But it gotta be a level of respect. But I like it.
Yeah. But it's texture to everything, bro. This is college football. It's
still I do like how Eddie Robinson Jr. ain't missed his words and then back down for shit in the press conference.
No, he did.
And he gave his props to. He was a hell of a player, great player. I think his son should be up for the Heisman, but this is what it is and this is what it ain't. And he called it what it was in regards to the
Kiss my
situation.
ass.
Yeah.
Talk shit about me, disrespect my lineup, and then Prime said, I got time.
I got a
Then them boys came out. Yeah, the boys came out
album.
there dancing, who ain't swag, making a song. That shit gonna be on Apple Music in the next couple of days.
The band about to make a routine to it, all that shit.
Prime, exactly. Prime making money off this shit, man. This shit about to be on Apple Music.
Like you said, he's doing everything. And honestly, man, we gotta salute the attention he bringing to the conference.
Yeah, so he hosted he hosted a prospect camp for Jackson's JSU, excuse me. Invited all the SWAC coaches to come out and recruit those guys. He also went to Mississippi Valley State and talked to their head coaches, trying to figure out ways to improve their facilities and stuff like that. So he's doing a lot to help out the SWAC during this time that it's here. But I mean, some of the coaches don't like that. Within helping out the SWAC is Deion being Deion, and so you know what comes with Deion being Deion, and then they winning too. And that was fresh off getting your ass whooped. And he was also pissed at the offense they was running. You know, like at the end of the game. Chunk plays.
Points on me.
Yeah, and I like what Eddie Robinson said too. Shit, okay, if you want to do that, then we're gonna start blitzing you, motherfucking ass. Get your quarterback in the mouth, that type of deal. So
yeah,
that's the game we playing,
man. It's still
that's the game we playing. Yeah.
What Jimmy Johnson used to say? What was his motto?
If you don't like it, stop it.
Simple as that.
As simple as that. Real quick, another super chat from the homie Edge. He said, "We got to get Charleston White on Brett Favre case." That's a fact. One thing about Charleston White, if our audience isn't familiar with Charleston White, just look up Charleston White. Charleston White is gonna tell, baby. One thing he gonna do, he will report you to the authorities. Now, do he go too far? Sure. But I bet you this much. If he don't know anything about Brett Favre,
Charleston White and his rise of like popularity is what like discouraged me from like the world ever being a better place.
Oh yeah, we'll never be better. I think we'll
never be a better place. Only worse, man.
Never better. Worse. Funner though in some ways. Never better though.
And before we move on from Deion, man, every time
we got Herschel Walker running for goddamn Senate in Georgia, man. So you know it'll never be better, right?
Come on, man. That's why I ain't gonna get into that. Never mind.
Yeah, no doubt.
You almost get me in my semi-political bag right there.
Every time I see Deion walk around now, I be thinking, bro, I can get him prime the whole route tree right now.
Yeah.
Nah, that motherfucker still could lock some shit up. Oh no, he got 4 toes now, so I don't know.
Yeah, I give it to him.
He be limping around a little bit. I forgot he had that surgery.
That's all I need right there. Just a couple little. That's it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Benji. You just saw Benji? What?
Yeah, just saw Benji Sunday night.
Show, bro. Amazing show.
Benji, he getting better, bro. Like you could tell he's on tour with some killers. You know, he went out there with Martin and did that whole world tour with them dudes. But his routine is definitely went up a notch, man. And thoroughly enjoyed the show. Kicked it with him a little bit. Gave a roll up a shout out like he do every time I come to his show, man.
Always say
a lot of love from Benji, man. Just shout out to friend of the show. We're gonna get him on Florida State Miami week to come kick it with us, talk some shit.
Oh man,
shout out to Benji. That's my guy.
That'd be dope, man. You think we can get King Karan anymore?
Yeah, let's reach out to him. Let's start that now.
Yeah, I'll hit King Karan up, man. Come on back on the show. He's been on before. Been a while.
Gotta figure that week out, man. We gotta get some. We gotta get Snoop Dogg here.
We gotta get some former players for sure for that one.
Yeah, let's kick it a little bit.
That tailgate gonna be litty. I don't know what time we playing, but it is going to be amazingly fun.
Shit, I hope y'all boys keep playing like that. We're playing at 11 a.m. It's gonna be a breakfast tailgate.
That's fine. The way y'all playing, we both streaking now. Come on now, we're streaking. There's more. Tell him, Frank. A little cold out there, ain't it, Frank?
Frank.
I don't know. I think it'd be 3:30. That'd be my guess. 3:30. That's my guess.
I imagine.
Who stopped streaking first, man? We about to get into some Big Three talk. Big Three talk is brought to you by the great folks at the Big Three talk is brought to you by the great folks at Allen Horn Insurance. Be sure to give Allen a call at 706-692-2888 for home, auto, life insurance in the states of Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, and Alabama. Hurricane season is winding down here, but hit them up if you still need something. You have any questions? You want a free quote? Quotes are absolutely free. Give them a call at 706-692-2888. Allen Horn is a State Farm provider.
haven't got to reach. You know, normally like before when I was just a fan of the show, man, I was like, man, I would like to help out, but I was in Georgia. Now we got his fingers extend to several different states, man. So y'all hit my man up and go and save you some money. Hit him up. Yeah. Worst case scenario, he ain't got nothing for you, but it's a great chance. He got a little something to save you some money, man. Always, I'm gonna tell you one thing I learned in life as I got older and older. Always shop for insurance. Don't ever just settle. It's always a better deal.
The thing about State Farm is more like it's more quality than budget, right?
Right.
You may not get the cheapest price, but what are you gonna get? You're gonna get great customer service, and State Farm as a brand. You know what they stand on. Like somebody hit me and they got State Farm, I smile a little better. Like
that's a fact.
Yeah,
man. You hit me with the general, I go, oh,
God. When you do that information exchange, I'm like, okay.
Right. It puts you in a nice ass rental, this, that, and another.
Yeah.
Do the general, boy. We got you about 2 Ubers. That's it. That's 2 Ubers. 2 Ubers
20 miles total. You ain't got to go
baby.
nowhere else. Yeah, Alan Horn up, man. We appreciate the support from our sponsor, man.
Already, man. All right, Big Three talk, man. So who you say stop streaking first? Who gonna stop streaking?
The streak is over, man. The streak is over, man. We already gave him 3.
It's gonna be at the same time.
Streak ends at the same time. All right, I can live with it. All right, you know what? If you get to beat Clemson, and as long as this shit ends for me, that's fine. I can't take.
I need this shit to keep going. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Time, baby.
Whoa! You talking about a stink fest? And I can't wait till we get our guest on later. But man, Virginia Tech is woeful.
Yeah, them boys are bad.
Woeful football right now.
They're
bad. They got the same amount of wins y'all got, fam.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. It's just ugh. They lost Old Dominion 2 years in a row. Old Dominion.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Twice. That's crazy. But yeah, I think it is. Who want to start with a little recap from last week? I got to grab my notes.
I'll recap mine real quick, man. Not getting too extensive into this. We covered a lot of this on No Cap on Sunday. If you haven't checked that out, give it a look. Offense struggled big.
Do we lose Silk?
Step away for 2 seconds. The whole show fell apart.
All right, yeah. Oh, did we lose Silk?
Yeah, it looked like it. All right, there you go. He back.
Oh, you down? All right.
I dropped out?
Yeah.
For a second.
What was I saying?
Shit,
I don't know. I just picked my headphones back up. Yeah, I'm about to say you might start from the beginning.
The beginning.
Oh, shit. All right, man. Shout out to that, bro. I said a whole bunch of shit, man.
Yeah, it's the beginning, dog.
Apologize for the technical difficulties. We won the game 24-17, didn't cover the spread. But we got out of there with a win. Missouri is now 2-4. They part of the Larry Young and Vatek's gang, the two-win gang. We struggled early in the game offensively. I thought the defense came out and provided us some early stops and gave us an opportunity to kind of run away with this team. I don't think Mizzou's a very good passing football team, but for some reason they were able to move the ball through the air a little bit on us. My biggest takeaway is just still the same thing. When AR is in shotgun, he can see the field better. I don't know if people are paying attention to that, but when he gets in pistol and he got to turn his back to the defense, he's losing something in processing when he turns his head. The disadvantage, now that I listened back to the last show, the disadvantage with running out of shotgun is the defense kind of know where you're going with the ball. When you're in shotgun, you only could go, like, if I'm on the left side of the quarterback, 9 times out of 10, I'm running to the left. The linebackers know that. You're not going to run to the right side. When you're in pistol, the running back is right behind you. The linebackers, he can go either way. So the linebacker read, his mentality, pre-read, everything is just different. It's a different playing field. So that's how it affects the run game. I want to just see Billy develop him and get him to the point where he's not making those same errors. You know, it's okay to make errors, but when you come back the next week and it's still the same one that was the week before, then it start questioning development, right? So I just want to see the small things like I don't want to you can't get away from the pistol. Too much of the offense, it corners you. That, you know what I'm saying? Like in your playbook, he got to learn how to operate out of the pistol. But in certain situations when you know you don't want him turning his back to the defense, just put him in shotgun, especially in for sure passing situations. Ain't no reason to even put him in pistol to play action. Right? It's 3rd and long. That's my biggest thing and my biggest gripe still with the offense, just slow starts. Defense is a whole nother story, dog. Like it's just I don't know how we fix it. I don't know if it's a fix. We just weak down the middle, man. Our run defense was weak, but I said we got some stops early, and thank God. When they got rolling, our 3rd down defense was just abysmal. We got them in 3rd and 18, 3rd and 22, and I think 3rd and 15, back to back, and they hit on all of them.
Is that like the ability to kind of wash out Gervon, or because he's kind of the only strong link in the middle, or is he kind of not stepping up to the level you expect?
I think he played a solid game. No, he's definitely not playing to the level I expected.
Okay.
That's for certain. This season, for me, what I expected was him to like have some takeover moments. We don't seen how defensive tackles could take over a game and push the pocket. I'm just not. He catch a lot of double teams and triple teams and all of that. We see that on film. That's cool, but I'm just not seeing the type of season and type of player that I thought I was going to see this year. I don't know how the draft and everybody do their thing and what his expectations for that, but it would probably make a lot of sense for him to come back unless he has a mean second half to the season. But right now, I think it'll make a lot of sense for him to just come back and try to make some more bread. I think it's a lack of depth. The young boy Chris McClendon, when he come in, I like everything I see from him. I think he's flashing a lot of great abilities that you want to see out of a freshman defensive tackle for sure. But outside of those 3 guys, like it gets, what do we have? There's no rotation. Watson he's out of shape, bro. How many valuable reps you gonna get? You can have him out there, and his snap count is higher than what I thought it would be. But how many good reps are you getting out of a guy that's out of shape like that? And it's not a lot. Some of them plays he's getting washed out of plays because he's tired more than anything. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we just weak down the middle, man. Ventura Miller played a beautiful game, man. Thank God he's playing on a fractured foot. From sideline to sideline, man, that boy the general, bro. He gets guys when he's playing. Offense is getting 6 less yards per play with him on the field, which is a crazy stat, right? Right. That's a big difference. He gets everybody lined up. He's a general. We missed him a ton last year when he was out injured, and when he's out injured, the USF game we missed him a ton that game. And you seen their quarterback just go crazy. Ventura played a great game. Jaden Hill played an absolutely great game. His second start coming off of a couple ACL surgeries. Jumped 2 routes, man. He accredited the jumping of those routes to film study. He's sitting in the same soft coverage that these other guys are sitting in a cover 3. But I mean, you still just because I said that you can hide coverages. Just because you off ball don't mean you bail out, right? You know what I'm saying? Like these coverages, you got to know how to play them as well. It's not a bailout cover 3 and you just leave the whole area stranded. And Jaden Hill studied some film, new tendencies, and watched the quarterback in that zone, knowing he had some type of safety help and jumped the route, pick 60, which was beautiful work. He did the same thing later in the game that saved up in the end zone. That's our 2 bright spots. Those are our brightest spots on defense. And I think those 2 guys saved us from losing that football game. And that's my whole synopsis from the defense. That shit just got to get gutted, man. Youth movement. I just don't see it. And cut our DB rotation back some. They rotating too many guys. That 3rd and 22, they had Perkins on the field. I hadn't seen him like barely all game. I'm like, where he came from? You get this guy out there cold. Defense they got him in 3rd and long. The series before, we just got him off the field. Bring those guys back out. They ain't tired. Like, they're not defensive linemen. We don't have to rotate. I don't know what this new wave of shit is, but you don't have to rotate defensive backs that damn much, man. Leave the guys out there that are making plays, and then everything will click. But that's my biggest thing. Like, Perkins was in position to get us off the field. He just just didn't break down and make a routine tackle. Guy he's a senior.
Yeah, that is weird. Because I know, especially for us, the DBs play a lot. We've been moving the corners a little bit more, trying to get some answers there. But if you got your answers, I'm with you. If these are my guys, if they don't tap the helmet, let them run. Let them run until they say, "Hey, I need a quick breather."
Yeah, I think Marshall could play a little better. I don't think he's playing terrible, but he definitely can improve. He's not the number one corner that we thought he would be at this point. You know what I'm saying? He definitely could get better. But he's not playing bad football.
Right?
True sophomore, correct. I think Jalen Kimber's playing good football. He got a cast on his hand, but I think he should play more reps. Jaden Hill being back and the way he looked, I just like him on the opposite side of Marshall right now. That may be our look right now as far as starters. I like to see Jaden Hill a lot more. We'll see how it goes this week. It's a different type of matchup. We'll talk the LSU game in a little bit. My run game is official, man. And I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Missouri, if they had a quarterback, Missouri would be a real good team. If they had a good quarterback, that defense, that front seven is legit. The run game, they was moving the ball on us, but they didn't have a quarterback. Like them 2 turnovers killed them, and that's how we beat them. Was really them 2 turnovers. But the way they played Georgia, they had a legit quarterback. They would have beat Georgia's ass last week before.
It's fair. That's fair. And that's the one thing Missouri has been able to do since they joined the SEC. When they have good years, they got a stingy, nasty defense. And it's always, like you said, it's always that one missing link. And then when they get Drew Lock, they have one good year with quarterback, defense wasn't quite it. So if they get get it together 1 year, they might.
It's Missouri.
Yeah.
They pesty for us though, man. I hate playing Missouri. Bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's ugly. I hate playing them, and I hate playing Auburn, Vandy. Those are like weird games for me. Run game is just I'm starting to see Billy is starting to go towards the analytics and the stats, right, with the carries. So Naquan Wright's numbers is dropping. Starting to see ETN and my man Montrell Johnson get the bulk of the carries. Montrell, I think, is number 3 in the country with yards per carry. He toting the hell out of that shit, man. Thank God both of them boys, young boys, they'll be back next year. So it's gonna be interesting to see how everything play out. But Naquan numbers definitely dropped this game. We got another nasty, I think, defense. I think LSU defense is solid, bro. I don't think that defense is bad at all. So just watch some of their film. Even though like people look at the Tennessee score and just think like, oh, like LSU trash. Nah, bro, you got to watch that game. They special teams put them in a lot of bad positions.
They jumped off
quarterback wasn't really, a lot of 3 and outs, wasn't moving the ball. The defense was on the field a lot, but you look at the game, defense didn't play a terrible football game versus Tennessee. And also Tennessee hot right now.
Harlan,
hooping a little bit.
Harlan, listen, Jack. They're talking about, now LSU solid, how the times have changed, CJ. Hey, first game, it looked ugly. Times have changed. You absolutely right.
I said they defense. They just got blowed out.
But
they got blowed out.
Right, but I mean, you gotta look at some maturity of some teams. Our LSU guys are actually here. Silky ready to transition. Let's bring him on in.
Why not? If he's here, let's kick it.
Yeah, he's here, man. Let's bring him on in.
What's going on, fellas?
Greetings, my man. What's going on?
What's going on, bro?
I'm good, bro. How y'all doing?
Great, man. Great to have you.
Thank you, muted, man.
Yeah. Y'all can't hear me?
No, we hear you.
I hear him. Yep. You can't hear him, sir?
Yo, y'all hear
us?
No, I can hear us. Tell Silk to go out and come back in. Yeah, he can't hear us. Yeah, we can hear you though. So is that Golden Boot?
Yeah, the Golden Boot.
I like that, man. That was a good play on names, man. Good play on names there.
Appreciate it.
Were you in New Orleans for the first game of the season?
Yeah, unfortunately I wasn't. Thankfully I wasn't.
I was. It was hot as hell. It was
definitely
smoldering heat.
Definitely
it was unbearable, but we had a good time in the city.
It's always a good time down there.
Yeah, man. That's when our coworkers got robbed. Other than that, everything was good, man.
It's always a little bit of that down there too.
A little bit of that, right?
Hey, we gave him the pregame speech, man. We told him, boy, hey, man, keep your head on the swivel. Guard yourself, protect yourself at all times. But somebody had to go out there and
get motherfucker got to learn the hard way, right?
Yeah. We had one of our dudes on our show go down there. His car got broken into, so y'all ain't alone. You know, it happened to everybody.
See, a broken in car, you know, hey, what can you really do other than hide your value?
So your boy got
no, he got rolled. Yeah, they rolled his ass up.
They
rolled him up and smoked him like a nickel bag of dirt weed, man.
Yeah, nah. That's a little different. That's a little different. Yeah.
You good back? You back, sir?
Yeah, I'm back, man. I think it did that little funny thing that you said was happening with your speakers or something last time, man. It bounced my audio
kicking back and
else.
forth.
Yeah.
New platform, so it still got a few bugs. But we got man Golden Boot. I don't know his actual.
We got my man Ant. My man Ant from the Golden Boot podcast. Tell everybody a little bit about your podcast before we get rolling and talking about these LSU Tigers.
For sure. It's something similar to what y'all got here. It's 3 or 4 of us. We talk a little bit, LSU, Louisiana sports. We also got a show we do once a week, HBCU Hour, where we just strictly talk HBCUs and SWAC, MEAC, SIAC, and all that. So we started earlier this year. We just trying to get the ball rolling, get off the ground a little bit.
I like it, man. I like
That's
it.
fire, bro. That's what's up.
Definitely gotta tap in, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
what's the actual name of the show?
The Golden Boot. Just like
Golden Boot is the name of the show, the way it's spelled on there.
Golden Boot, the Golden Boot Pod on YouTube and Facebook and everywhere, Twitter and everywhere like that.
You a Q?
Nah, not at all.
LSU fan, man. Same colors.
Yeah, it's close though. Especially when you said boot.
Nah, we just had to play off the LSU colors, man. We're not a LSU podcast per se, but we focus a lot on LSU because that's what our people want to hear. But we talk a little bit of everything.
That's what's up. Now LSU got us. I think they on lose. They shrieking on us a little bit here, man. They coming into the swamp. Not the same. I mean, we both have the only 2 new coaches, first year coaches in the SEC is Billy Napier and Brian Kelly. And there's some history of Billy Napier in the Louisiana area. I'm sure you're aware of that. So this is I know our staff is anticipating this matchup. What's the vibes like in New Orleans right now? I mean, not New Orleans, in Louisiana right now, Baton Rouge. I know the offense is struggling a little bit. What's the morale around the team and what's the vibes with the fans?
Well, it's kind of split faction. You had some, just like before the hire, you had a lot of people who wanted Napier, LSU to hire Napier, and whenever that didn't happen, and especially him going to another SEC school, sort of a rival in Florida, it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. But I think a lot of the fan base is content with Brian Kelly, and they giving him a chance, because it's gonna take a minute. You got to rebuild. We had 39 scholarship players in the bowl game. It's gonna take a minute to get back to where the fans expect LSU to be. But you also got a certain part of the fan base who wasn't happy with the hire, who aren't as patient, who are looking at the offense like this ain't gonna work. You can't win in the SEC like this, and they're a little more impatient. So I think it's just depending on who you ask and who you talk to. But as far as the offense, man, ain't too many people happy with it, bro. Honestly, I know that it's not gonna be right away where it's gonna get to clicking. You got a quarterback who just came in right before spring ball. New coaching staff. They gotta learn each other. He gotta learn them. The receivers gotta learn. You got a young offensive line. You got running backs who never really played in the SEC. A lot of acts. So you're young offense. So it's gonna take a lot of time, but not everybody is willing to be patient, especially whenever you have games like Auburn where you throw for 85 passing yards and 5 yards in the second half. And whenever you have times like the Tennessee game and other times where you see the coach visibly frustrated with the quarterback for not throwing the ball downfield and some other things. So, I mean, it's one of the things that's going to take time, and it's up for the fan base to actually give the coach the time you need.
Now, your offensive coordinator is Mike Demrack, and he runs a zone read. I know you guys had a pro style system before. What do you think about his offense? Do you like the style of it?
I think it can work. It's just gonna have one of the things he's got to get his guys in there right now, and I don't think he's got. Brian Kelly and Mike Denbrock both, they used to the 12 personnel, utilizing the tight ends and stuff like that. And just the way our roster constructed right now, we just ain't got the dudes for that, man. We relying on Mason Taylor, freshman tight end, and Cole Taylor, who's more of a blocking tight end, not really a good receiving tight end. So it's kind of one of them things where we just working with what we got, trying to make it work. But I think we got tight ends committed in the next 2 classes, and the number 1 tight end in the nation in 2024 is in Louisiana. So I think he's trying to go get those kind of guys the way he can run his system, like we saw at Notre Dame and like we saw Denbrock do at Cincinnati a little bit. But right now it's kind of a square peg round hole situation, and we just trying to make it work with what we got.
Got you. And you had some injury. Go ahead, CJ.
No, that's a good point, dude. Being familiar with Kelly with his Notre Dame days, within playing him within the ACC. Excuse me. I'm a Florida State. I cover Florida State portion of the podcast. So yeah, we see. Well, me personally seeing a lot what they could do as far as the 12 personnel. That's his bread and butter. And with the tight ends, who want to get those guys in action down the field. So that's a really good point as far as not really having the personnel that fits the exact style that Brian Kelly wants to run.
I was gonna get into some injury stuff, but real quick, how much authority does and command does Jayden Daniels have over that offense?
That's a good question. I think it's one of the things where he's got full reign. I just don't know how comfortable he is with everything in the offense. I think that there's certain aspects of the offense where he's just a little more gun shy than it is, other aspects. Throwing the ball downfield, some of those longer developing passing routes. I think he's not quite there yet, trusting himself and trusting the receivers and the offensive line and everything to actually execute that part of the offense as well. I don't think they're handcuffing him or anything like that, but I think it's just one of them things. He's got to be more confident in himself and his teammates.
Speaking of the offensive line, I know coming into the LSU game, the opening game of the season, did some research for you guys. You guys lost a lot of offensive linemen last year to the draft. You were starting some freshmen against us and just some new guys in general within the offensive line, not a lot of experience. How have those guys improved over the course of the season, from game 1 to where we're at to the midpoint of the season right now?
Well, I think honestly our best offensive lineman this year has been our freshman left tackle, who was hospitalized for the Tennessee game, so we didn't have him. And probably our second best offensive lineman is probably our left guard, who got hurt first quarter of the Tennessee game. So pretty much our whole left side was backups. But we also have a freshman right tackle he started game 3, game 4, one of those two.
Emory.
Emory. Yeah. He's been solid. He's had, freshman in the SEC. You're gonna have your ups and your downs, but he's been more solid than anything else. But really our interior of our offensive line has really been the issue. Center, the Florida State game, the center, we had trouble with some snaps. We switched centers, and now the snaps are good, but he's not doing as good a job as our previous center of blocking and maintaining his blocks and stuff like that. So it's kind of been a revolving door in the interior of the offensive line, trying to find the right combination of guys. But we haven't started the same offensive line any this year. It's been somebody different on the offensive line for every game. So it's just been kind of one of them things where we got to get the chemistry and the continuity on the offensive line, but you can't when you steady swapping guys in and out.
Right. I'm not used to seeing LSU offense not be able to run the ball and push the line of scrimmage, man. What's your running back room? How confident are you in that? I know you guys are getting thin back there. What's your confidence level like with the run game?
Yeah, we lost Amani Goodwin a few weeks ago, and he should be back soon, but I don't think he'll be back for this Florida game this week. Emory missed the first few weeks of the season on suspension from last year. He missed all of last season in the first couple weeks this year.
Glad he missed that. I'm glad he was suspended.
it took him a few weeks to kind of get his legs back under him and kind of get back in the field of actual gameplay. But he's starting to come along the last few weeks. He had a big catch and run in the Auburn game, and he scored a big tough touchdown run in the Auburn game. So he's kind of getting where we expected him to be. We got a transfer from Penn State, Noah Kane, who from the Baton Rouge area, who came back, but he just kind of hasn't been living up to kind of what fans expected him to be. And part of that is reps, but the other part of it is he's got to make the most of his reps. So Josh Williams is actually probably our most consistent back, but he was previously a walk-on, so his ceiling is is not as high as some of those other guys. So it's really one of the things where I don't know if LSU has a Darius Geis, Leonard Fournette, type of guy in the backfield either. You know what I mean? And plus, our offensive line has struggled some too. So I think the running game deficiencies, I guess you could say, is due to a combination of both of those things.
Jaden
LSU do it. No, go ahead, bro. I was going to just mention that the receivers. Something that you guys do have is kind of up to LSU standards is the receivers. But some of the issues has been the quarterback getting the ball, right?
Yeah,
so
they've been dropping a little bit too.
I was just about to say another part of it is those receivers haven't been doing their job all the time neither. Separation could be better in a lot of the situations. When Jaden actually gives them the ball on target and on time, they got to catch it. Like, I'm not saying Jaden has been perfect because he has a lot he can improve on also, but when you talking about a Kayshawn Boutte or you talking about a Malik Neighbors type of guy, they should be able to make a catch if it's a little behind them, a little high. You know what I'm saying? Like, those caliber receivers got to make those catches.
That type of receiver.
Yeah. So I mean, like you when you're talking about Kayshawn, who was Biletnikoff finalist, preseason finalist going in and All-American and all this, like there's no reason he should have the amount of drops he has. Like, part of that is on Jaden. We got to get our playmakers the ball, but whenever he gives you a chance, you got to execute.
Special teams, man.
Oh my God.
Y'all got a lot of problems, man. But I know this is gonna be a football game, man. I think we got similar issues, and I ask you what's your read on Florida in a little bit. But special teams definitely has been a shit show for y'all this entire season.
Yeah, that's the understatement. But I mean, Florida State game, you saw muff punts. We
block
saw
that
block extra point exactly. Then
field goal as well.
Yeah. And then if you look at like last week, you get the ball first, try to slow down a fast-paced Tennessee team, prevent them from getting to a fast start, and then you fumble the opening kickoff, and then you get the ball back, go 3 and out, and give up a 60-yard punt return. So I mean,
I'm gonna tell you something. The blocking scheme on that punt return is brilliant, though.
Oh yeah,
Tennessee is a well-coached football team.
They definitely. I feel like a lot of people on our end didn't respect how good of a football team Tennessee was. They legit. But at the same time, like our special teams has been bad all year. Like it's been one situation after another. So and I know y'all kicking game kind of been a little shaky. So it could be one of them things where with special teams doesn't lose the game you know what I'm saying? That might be what this game comes down to. But if that's what it comes down to, I don't feel confident because our special teams has not been good at all this year. Brian Poland, the only coach I think that might be on the hot seat based off the performances this year.
My speakers want to look. I think it's gonna come down to. I think this game comes down to also quarterback play, like us taking care of the football. Who can make plays with their legs? Got two very athletic quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels is one of the top rushing quarterbacks in the country, and he's definitely a if it's not there, I'm taking off type of guy. I think Anthony Richardson is trying to be a pass-first guy. You kind of see that. He's going to take his time in the pocket, try to go through every read. But I think this game could come down to what quarterback can make some plays with their legs. Our offense is struggling, similar to yours. Not the same. We have bright moments where it looks explosive. We're the fourth most explosive team in the country, or something like that, or 7th around there in the country. So it shows that we're explosive. We make plays, but it's hit or miss. Some games we popping. Next game we're flat. So it's hit or miss. It's been a roller coaster ride, but I think this game could easily come down to what quarterback could just make plays, their legs, and make shit happen.
I think these teams are very similar. I think part of the difference is I think Florida offensively has an identity. I think they know who they are offensively and what they want to do. And I don't think LSU is there. I don't think LSU is there yet. You know what I mean? I think Billy gonna play the same type of offense he played at ULL. He's gonna ball control, run the ball, take his shots off the run game. You know what I mean? And he gonna take some shots, and you're gonna have some big plays, but it's not gonna be your offense ain't gonna be based on that. It's gonna be a more ball control, run the ball type of game. And I think if LSU,
that's what I thought, but that ain't what it been. That's what I thought we was getting. It's been a little different.
Really? It's okay. I haven't watched y'all play too much, but I know based off y'all running the ball like what 6 yards a carry for a team, like y'all. Yeah. So like that's Billy Napier. You know what I mean? He gonna have a good running game. So, and honestly, I'm kind of surprised that ETN is having the production he's having. I figured is that right? not Montrell Johnson, but your the guy who was projected starter.
Naquan Wright?
Yeah, Naquan
Wright.
Wright. Yeah, I figured he would have, he would have a bigger chunk of the offense, but Johnson that guy right there. That's the one I'm really worried
I told these boys in preseason.
He a game breaker, bro. He a game breaker.
Boy, gangster, man. I told them boys in preseason, I said the NFL running back, man. That boy the real deal.
And see, that's the thing. I think John Emery the closest we got to that, and I don't know if we gonna see that. You know what I mean? I don't know when we gonna see that from him. Like we ain't really got a second, first, second round pick type guy on our team at running back. We ain't there yet.
I like your defense. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Except for last week.
I don't think they would. I think they didn't have opportunity to rest and get off the field.
Well, I think
they were put in a lot of bad positions.
Yeah, offense put them in bad position. You go for it on fourth down in your own territory,
Twice.
You don't get it. Yeah, you give up. Then not just that. You can't sustain drives against a team like Tennessee, and they just gonna play at
high pace, man.
Yeah,
Tempo.
you can't sub. You know what I mean? Yeah, they like you said, they're a well-oiled machine, and they running right now.
Hal Perkins is the guy that came down. His recruitment came down to Florida and LSU last year. He's playing like an animal. The scheme that LSU ran kept him off of the field last game, but
I think you're gonna see a lot of him this week, though.
Okay.
I think you're gonna see a lot of him. Third down spy and Anthony Richardson. You know what I mean? You're gonna see a lot of him. They want to use him kind of off the edge a little more, and Tennessee get the ball out their hands so quick as you ain't getting the Hendon Hooker. So that kind of part of the reason why we didn't really see much of him last week. But I think you'll see more of him this week, and like on them third down situations. We used him like against Auburn with Robbie Ashford. That's kind of how we used him on them obvious pass down situations. Kind of drop him in a little short zone spying on quarterback. If he tried to take off, you're not beating Harold Perkins to the edge. So I think. I don't know. That's a different breed. I don't know. Harold Perkins different breed, bro. But that's gonna be.
I'm not debating that. But I know a killer when I see one. I respect. I respect.
See, honestly, like if you talking about it strictly just like a NFL, like looking at it from the next level, he the most sure thing we got right now on our team 100%. As far as NFL prospect. So, and I mean, you talking about true friend. He been like that day one. Honestly, it might be him than our left tackle right now because Kayshawn ain't been Kayshawn. So, I mean, if you're looking at it from how they project to the next level, those probably your most surefire things right now, and they true freshmen.
Right. And the style of defense you guys play, it's a lot of attacking, especially on the perimeter. What would you say is the weak spot of that defense, if there was one? You guys are ranked 29th in the country as far as like overall defense.
Yeah, I think honestly, our cornerbacks might be our weak link. When you look at it, our safety play has been good with Jay Ward. Major Burns been out.
Ward is a fucking dog, man.
Yeah.
Ward's all over the field.
Yeah. He don't mind coming down and laying that lumber on you neither, though. He gonna come hit you. But
pause.
I think pause.
But seriously though, man, that was the guy that stood out in the FSU game was defensively outside of your DNs and things like that. But what Ward was a fucking dog, man. He was all over the field.
Yeah, Ojulari been playing like what we expected him to do coming into this season. So I don't want to forget him neither. But honestly, I think our cornerbacks, man, when you Seven Banks, he got injured against Auburn with the neck injury. He's gonna be out. So we kind of thin there for one, and for two, it ain't like with the running backs. We just don't got the guys that you expect when you say LSU secondary. We don't have a Derek Stingley or Patrick Peterson type. We don't have one of those guys. We got some solid guys, but nobody who just gonna lock up one side of the field and you scared to throw the ball that way. And I think when you look at the rest of our defense, that's the one part of it to where if you want to attack us, that's kind of where you can attack us. Tennessee did it. I mean, they threw one-on-ones to their receivers, and it's either a catch or a pass interference. You know what I mean? Like, they panic a lot when the ball in the air. It's not what we used to seeing from LSU defense. Our D-line is solid. We lost Mason Smith against Florida State, but Mekhi Wingo, Missouri transfer, he been playing real good on the interior. You got J. Roy, you got Guillory, BJ, Ali on the our D-line is solid. With Harold Perkins, with Harold Perkins in the linebacker spot with Baskerville, the linebackers are solid, but we ain't really got a lot of depth there, but cornerback is really what I'm kind of worried about. But going in the Florida game, you know, that's gonna be one of the things is can Anthony Richardson make us pay at the cornerback position? You know what I mean? Like Tennessee did, you know what I mean? But I don't know if Anthony Richardson gonna be able to do it to that same level.
Real quick, we probably about to get to the prediction section. But can Tennessee beat Bama?
Who the quarterback for Bama?
They can. Can they? Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, they can.
That's the question. Who the quarterback is?
If Bryce Young, if
Bryce Young healthy or not, yeah.
If Bryce Young playing, then I don't think Tennessee gets him. But if Milroe playing, I think Tennessee can get him.
I want to be very just like mindful of like the defenses that Tennessee have faced as well. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like my
That's
defense is abysmal. And
yeah,
I don't think
our
they
defense
faced.
wasn't great. But my question is, if Tennessee scores 28, can Bama score 28?
With Milroe,
Milroe,
call him
with
Big
Milroe.
Treyon. That's Big Treyon.
Yeah.
I don't know if they will get there with Big Treyon.
Big Trey.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like that's why I say if Bryce Young play, I think Bama win. But if Milroe the quarterback, I don't know if they can score enough.
Right.
Now Tennessee ain't finna score 40 like they've been doing neither. But I still don't know if Bama gonna be able to score enough with Tennessee. The question is, can Tennessee beat Georgia and come out the East? That's the question.
Georgia better find some offense.
Yeah, a little sus.
Yeah, they better find some offense.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly.
Hey, I got another take, man. I think the SEC East top to bottom is better than the West.
Top to bottom, SEC East is better than the. I don't.
Top to bottom. See, Kentucky solid.
Yeah,
Tennessee solid. Georgia champs, obviously.
I think you can make that argument. I think you can make that argument. I think you can make that argument.
You gonna stop sleeping on that. That's your new wave.
Y'all be calling our shit weak. Like we just out here. Nah, this shit.
Because
Tennessee programs like
this the
we
first
used to
time
Tennessee being down.
Yeah, this is the first time they've been good since they fired Phil Fulmer. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
So I mean exactly. So and then you know Kentucky, they came out of nowhere. Like so it's really
I hear a little bit.
Historically, the East has always kind of been bad, like this, you know, the last 20 years or so. But they making a comeback though. I think Bama might got something in South Carolina, but I just don't trust Spencer Rattler. I like kind of what I like what he bringing as far as like the energy, but I don't know.
I like Beamer because he don't lie. He remind me of my my all-time favorite coach, old ball coach, man. He ain't finna cap for shit. Beamer gonna just say what it is, man. Yeah, he remind me of the legend, so he might have, you know, maybe there's something there. We'll continue to monitor this situation.
He just gotta attach himself to the right people, man. Spencer Rattler ain't who you want to attach yourself to.
I feel well, the best he could do, you know, in South Carolina. South Carolina has some QBs in
at that point in time, it's probably the best they could do just to get some.
I'd rather have that grad assistant they was throwing out there last year, man.
Trying to tell you.
Give us your score for this LSU Florida game.
Man, what LSU got to do to get to this score? Like, if LSU was to win in this game, what do they have to do?
Attack downfield and keep Florida from stacking the box and stopping the run. You can't average 1.5 yards per carry like they did last week versus Tennessee and win this game. Well, the running backs average 1.5 yards per carry. That ain't gonna cut it. Jaden,
you guys is rush. Before what is it called? Rush before contact is 0.68.
Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it out. Like and Jaden is the only one who is actually, you know, been a factor running the football week in and week out, and that can't happen for us to win consistently in the SEC. This week, I'm worried about the environment for this team because when they went to Jordan Hare, they was down 17-0, you know, and then they had to make a comeback. You ain't making a comeback 17-0 against this Florida team,
baby.
And not in the swamp. You're not. And so I don't know. Like you mentioned Billy Napier. I know Billy Napier finna have his guys ready for this because I know this the game he been looking forward to. You know what I'm saying? So Florida gonna be ready. They're gonna come out ready. LSU gonna have to match their intensity from the kick and not have another slow start like they done had every damn game this year. And you know they're gonna have to match the intensity and I don't know if they're gonna be able to do that. They haven't shown me through 5-6 games this year that they can come out to a fast start and match somebody else's intensity. So I'm gonna say that they're not gonna do it this week. And I honestly got LSU losing this game this week, 23-20 to Florida.
Go.
That's something about the score, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of where I had it. Yeah, I had it somewhere in that neighborhood. I think I got Florida winning. I think what's the spread? Hold on, real quick.
2.5. I think it's 3, 2.5, 3, something like that.
2.5. Yeah, I had. I don't know, man. That's gonna be a weird game for me. Since I don't like Florida.
Me neither, bro.
Yeah, since I don't like Florida, you know what? I'm gonna flip it. Give me LSU 23, Florida 20. Yeah, let's just go that way. I think it's gonna be close one way or the other. To be honest with you, I really do think it's gonna be. It's a game of two teams that, to me, have both flashed some things, but I don't quite know exactly what to expect on week in, week out. So I could see
the difference is. I don't think like the offense. I haven't seen anything flash out of like that LSU offense. It's just like I don't know what they like. He said what they want to be. They don't pull like that counter killed us last year, right? But they just kept pulling like that. They offensive line don't pull. I'm watching the game. I'm like
they don't run nothing but the same damn read option inside zone all day. That's the only run play we fucking run.
Yeah, it looks weird coming from LSU.
Yeah.
All right. So what you got there, CJ?
I got 24-20 LSU.
Your boy trying to get me on the street. I see.
I'm about to say, I'm the only one finna pick Florida. Like,
oh no,
he gonna pick Florida
every week.
Oh, I knew he was finna pick Florida, but
I pick Miami every week, even when I got a lie.
Got a job to do in here.
We got a job to do, baby.
I be believing that shit a little bit though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
In my heart, but not my mind.
Yeah. And sometimes you just start, you know, if it's in your heart, your mind changes to that shit. Like, yeah, you right, bro. Give me. I'm gonna go. The defense is tough. I'm gonna go 24-17. Gators, man.
All right.
I can see it.
24-17.
I think the only way LSU win this game, like I say, is if they get off to a fast start. If Florida go up 13-0, they're not winning this game.
Well, the state, I know it's gonna be rocking that LSU game, and this is the best cross rivalry in the SEC.
Yeah,
there's no better cross rivalry than LSU.
Oh, yeah, I hate y'all more than I hate Bama. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it's up there with y'all, man.
The first game I saw,
that's why you gotta come on here a lot.
LSU. The first game I saw come watch LSU, y'all hung 50 on us, dog. So Spurrier back in the 90s. I hated y'all.
See, that's why you gotta come on here and lie, man. Don't concede a loss to the boys. That's why you gotta come on here and lie.
You right. 23-20 LSU then.
That's what I'm talking about,
man. You already know that, man.
Yeah, you get the spirit of the show. Who cares?
Right.
You lose. You might as well lie now. Who gives a damn?
23-20 LSU, man.
That's what's up, man. Hey,
because I think Billy might have one of them prideful moments and try to and it backfire on him. You know?
Man, Billy finna put out all his fire on this game, man. I think all the ponies, the clowns, the circle, all that.
Let me ask you this. You think that's part of the reason why y'all had a slow, a close game with Mizzou? Y'all were looking forward to LSU?
No, Mizzou.
I mean, Mizzou legit, but
Mizzou's legit. This team just gets up. Don't get up some games, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say they were looking ahead, but they had a slow start. They've had slow starts against USF. It's a young, immature team. They got to grow up a little bit, man. But I know, like from like Billy had this one circle. I know around the facilities, he brought all them people from Louisiana. There's a lot of Louisiana vibes in that locker room, man. Important players on our team are from Louisiana. ETN. Our offensive lineman, Montreal, some guys, Osiris Torrance, these guys are from Louisiana. So they taking this game very serious. It's a cross rivalry already. Our roster before Louisiana vibes, we didn't like them anyway. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying?
Then you got the last
guns gonna come out blazing.
Y'all should have beat us the last 2 years, but y'all throwing shoes and then y'all can't stop a counter and y'all let us run 300 on y'all last year. So
one play, that shit was crazy.
The same play. Hey, you want to know what make that worse? Man. You want to know what make that worse? Our trainer went to Ed Orgeron and was like, "Hey, if you run this play, it might be successful." The offensive coordinator didn't even call it. The trainer called that damn play. And we set a school record on y'all.
The trainer took Grantham up through there. That's crazy.
No doubt. Well, hey, man, we got another guest in the chamber, man. We appreciate you kicking it with us, man. Y'all go check out the Golden Boot over there and check out all they doing, man. We appreciate you. Get the vibes of the show, bro. We appreciate you coming in with us.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man. I'll definitely be tuning in more often, bro.
No doubt, for sure. Likewise, man. Y'all got some good work over there, man. Hold it down.
Appreciate. Y'all have a good one, bro.
Let's go. Man, Don V. He acting like a real Don too. Time I've been waiting to it. Come on in here, man.
Hey, real quick before we get going.
Yeah,
shout out to Chris Sorley. Is it safe to say that LSU?
Hey, I still can't hear nobody.
Is it safe to say that the LSU and UF game will be decided on how good LSU can block UF's front seven?
Yeah, very easily. Yeah, I agree with that.
We can hear him.
Their front seven is struggling. I'm sorry, their offensive line is struggling. We have a weak front seven right now that's not getting that productive, not getting out to the passer like we should, not stopping the run like we should. So their weak versus our weakness, you know what I'm saying, that could decide the game. Their offensive line could wake up and block the shit out of us and not be a porous offensive line. Or maybe our defensive line could wake up and, shut some shit down. That definitely could be, and we'll get back to more takes about that game, but we got my man Don V on here. Appreciate that, Chris. Don V, man, why you looking like little Uzi Vert, bro? Don Vert.
He said he can't hear us. Can you hear us yet, Don? I still think he can't hear us. Let me hit him in the chat real quick. I'm gonna tell him to exit out and see if we can get him back in here.
Yeah, but that could very well decide the game. There's a lot of factors. There's a lot of matchups. I like the Harold Perkins versus AR situation. He had a couple of big runs that saved us in the game last week. Well, he saved himself because he put us in that predicament with his quarterback play. But I don't know how active he want to get with the running. I don't know how soon in his reads he's going to take off and try to win games with his legs. So all of that is still, a mystery in my mind. Every game we play is, hey, when is this kid really going to just, turn into Michael Vick and just start taking off and using his legs as his best weapon? I just don't see that. He want to be a pass first guy, and that could decide the game. I know we struggle with scrambling quarterbacks. I don't expect us to contain Jaden Daniels.
Still can't hear nothing.
We hear you, fam. You hear us?
Maybe it's my settings.
Check it. Damn, he can't hear us though. Hold on, I hit him in the chat.
Bro, real quick, we got a super chat from Braxton said tennis. We probably remove him real quick. Probably might need to do that. We got a super chat from Braxton said Tennessee could not even put 40 on UF. No, they put 38 on UF. Oh my God!
Terrible take strike again.
Yeah, that's all right. Take. I like it though. They did.
They couldn't even put 40 on UF. No, but they scored 38.
Yeah, just too short. You're right.
Yeah.
You hear that? Boy, going through the struggle.
Yeah, hit the dial, my guy.
It's so crazy because he can hear. I mean, we can hear him perfectly fine.
What was your takeover after real quick, CJ, while we wait on him to get his audio and stuff together? What was your take of Jaden Daniels post Florida State game when you guys played in that first game of the season?
No, I think we got a lot of pressure on the guys for one that made them get out of the pocket and scramble a lot, and I think that pressure kind of forced him to also do shit too early as well. He missed get out of the pocket too quick in regards to not sitting there and going through the progressions. Running too soon instead of letting shit develop within the receivers. Now, granted, their receivers, like bro said, they haven't really performed how they were projected to wanted to. Yeah, correct. And the talent is there, but overall, though, I think Jaden did miss some guys. I think it's a combination of both. Jaden missing some guys, the receivers not running great routes, drop balls, and our pressure. That pretty much was the combination of their passing game versus us. The pressure we got to him, Jaden being off on some throws and not really having pocket presence to stay in the pocket and running too soon due to the pressure. The receivers not running great routes and dropping some balls.
Hey, Larry, start your recap while we're waiting on Don B. That way we get some Miami work out of the way while we when he come in.
Cool.
We can talk about the matchup, man.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get everything kind of squared away there.
This Tar Heel kicking y'all ass, man. Let's talk about that. Real quick, man, before we get into this Miami talk, man, y'all hit the like button, subscribe. It costs nothing to show us love, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. Everybody that's on here, man. Spread the love, bro. I'm giving y'all good fire ass content. Rate, review, comment, all that.
Turn on notifications as well, man.
For sure. And we do we do no cap on Sundays. If you're new to this platform, your first time here, we do a reactionary show post game Sunday morning. Pull up. It's guest friendly, so our guests come on, hang out with us, get their takes off. Dope show. Tune in live, all that. Larry, what you got, my guy?
We lost. we lost a game that, man. Through recapping it today, I just started my new gig, right? And because I didn't have my birth certificate, they wouldn't give me a computer. So literally, all I was doing was just showing up. So I had nothing but time. So I'm like, Silk say I lead the league in exhaustion. You're right. I am exhausted today from boredom. Like I literally had nothing to do for the last 3 days. I got my birth certificate late today, so I was able to finally get a little work done. But I rewatched the game today. And like you said,
sorry you had to do that.
Nah, it's the gig, right? It's what I signed up for.
Sure.
So it's all good. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. It really made me reiterate my thoughts from No Cap. I was like, bro, it's just an incomplete. It was just falling short. That was a game that, again, we absolutely should not have lost. It was a game that, okay, sure, we couldn't run the ball well, but we passed it really well. All right. This week, we did well in the red zone. We actually did well. Only one drive in the red zone that, came up short and looked a little bit like I didn't like. I thought the formations were a little bit off. I didn't understand why we were, bunching up. And, we passed the ball down the field. Next time we go, we're in the red zone. And now it's just all crowding everything together, extra linemen, making it super obvious what the intentions were. And I was like, if you're going to make it that obvious after passing the ball the whole time, then let's run a little play action, maybe a little flare to a fullback or, a little tight end, something like that off of play action. We opted not to do that. It got stopped there. But other than that, we actually did well in the red zone. The story of this game to me was a lot of what we've been, repeating, especially, under the last regime, getting off the slow starts that put us in the holes and giving the Canes fans just enough hope that, man, we could pull this game off. And then just falling short of glory. To be honest with you, the story of the game and a lot of and I never want to put the blame on a player, but I'll just be honest, Cam Kitchens is kind of responsible for 14 points. The first one was a cover 3 situation where he should have dropped back. He did not. That was that first explosive touchdown right over the top. Nothing too crazy. Just launched the bomb right over the top because, Tyreek isn't necessarily the fastest guy. And I can get into that a little bit. I think maybe we should shuffle the cornerback line up a little bit. I think
that's a speed thing. I think that's an eye thing, bro. Like it's eye discipline.
Could be a little of both. Yeah, could be a little of both. Right. Yeah, I agree with that too. Because shout out my man Steve-O, 365 Canes Info. That's why I do a lot of my actually that's pretty much why I do all my breakdown stuff is he goes through and reviews games and shows some technique flaws there as well. But ultimately I came on Cam to give the help over the top. He failed to do so. Long bomb touchdown. A little later on in the game, once again, Cam peeking in the backfield on a cover 3, steps up instead of stepping back, Once again, huge game. Now, they didn't score a touchdown on them, but it set up a touchdown. It was, I think that catch ended up resulting on at a catch on maybe the 2 or something like that. And then, story is kind of funny. He just tell 2 halves. He later on plays deep like he's supposed to on that coverage, gets a pick. It's like, man, just do what you're supposed to do, play assignment football, and you'd be surprised what the outcome could be. So ultimately, that really, in all honesty, is what cost us that game. We outplayed them again. So weird. It's like I said, it's incomplete. Same thing in so many other ways we outplaying these teams. But the bottom line is all the movement, all the matriculation of the football doesn't matter at all if you don't get the points, right? 3 or 7, right? We always want 7, but you at least got to get your 3, and we're coming up with zeros.
That's just missing explosives, man. And that just like it's so hard. I done been in an offense where you're trying to methodically move the ball down the field on the drives, bro. It's just so hard to do, especially when your team got a new offense. All this shit is a new playbook. Like you just need explosive plays to get you chunk yardage to cut down the many reps. Like the amount of throws that he's even throwing is a high number. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that was out of control. You want to be able to run, right? You want to be more balanced.
How many attempts did he have?
52, which I think is a Miami record. And Gaddis went on to say that was too much. At the end of the day,
he 100% right. And y'all fans were tripping on that shit, saying he was. I think I seen somebody
do it works, right? If I can't run it all this week, then hey, we throw it and throwing works. You take it, right? You know what I mean? You move the ball. But again, this is the weird thing, kind of what you said.
Times, though.
Well, this is the funny thing about what you said. That was the weirdest thing about this week. This week, red zone was great. Outside of one drive. So it's the most frustrating team I think I've ever had to watch.
Fourth downs. Trying to keep up with North Carolina offensively, which I get, but y'all missed a lot in them 4th downs y'all did a convert. They hurt.
True. Some 4th downs we didn't convert, but we actually made a guy, Drake May, probably for the first time this year, look pedestrian. He didn't look awful, but we made him make some mistakes. We put some pressures on him.
Yeah, he had a bad day.
Yeah, I mean,
for him, he had a bad day for Drake May.
Relatively right. I mean,
right.
The guy's been looking great. He didn't play poorly, but we finally we took a kid that was looking like
still broke y'all back with that 8-minute drive though. I think he only got 3 on that drive, but that was such a back breaker. Like outside, like you just can't like put that in stats of what he did on that 8-minute drive and kept y'all on the sidelines. And when they got 3 points to make it a 2-possession game, that was just huge, man. It don't show up on the scoreboard, but that was a big L. That was only 3 points. That was a big L for your defense to be on the field for 8 minutes.
Absolutely. I mean, you never want to be in a situation like that where, like I said, it only ended in 3. But time of possession does matter when you at least get points at the end of it, because now the pressure is on the other team to now come back and get something. So especially when you have lead, so they held the lead most of the game. And again, kind of harkening back to the Cam Kitchens point, should have never really been 14-0 if he just plays disciplined football. And it's disappointing because Cam's one of the smarter guys on the team, and he just can't make those type of mistakes. But he did, and put us in a hell of a position in that game. Okay, it looks like we got Don back, so I'm gonna wrap up this recap pretty quickly so we can look forward to Virginia Tech.
Just pull him in, man. Just pull him in. Pause. Just pull him in, and we'll finish that.
Okay, bring him on in. We hanging out. We got the guy now, right? You hear us now, bro?
All right, we straight. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Just break the laptop out. How y'all boys doing, man?
Good, man. Long time no see. It's been like what, a year?
Pretty good, bro. Pretty good.
Man, you ain't here because you couldn't hear us. But Larry said you look like little Uzi Vert, man.
This man, he lying.
Oh man, no.
He said that.
He said done, and the V is for Vert.
Oh man.
Wait till you listen to the play.
Oh man.
Don't believe the hype. Man.
What's up, my guy, man? That's my dude.
I would never.
What's going on, fam?
How y'all living, bro?
Upset, bro. Just vibing, man.
Everything's good.
I
need the confidence. They can't be but so confident talking to me crazy. Like they coming off 3 losses, like just like me.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Rivalry game, kind of one of the more underrated rivalries, but definitely not a game I take like.
Yeah, last one for a long time.
What'd you say, see?
We ain't playing them till 2026.
No, I said because it's been sucking lately. That's why. To be honest, bro, it's been sucking a little bit lately.
Maybe it might be a decent.
Oh yeah,
assessment.
big time.
Might
Like
be
we
a
playing on
decent
Raycom Sports.
Right,
Saturday at 12:30.
Like,
we playing on Raycom
Sports. It's
Sports.
been trash lately.
I'm trying to remember.
Miami playing on Telemundo.
Valley Sports.
Miami playing on Telemundo. ESPN Deportes.
Hey, it's all good.
ESPN
they would do that to Virginia Tech, but don't nobody speak Spanish or that way, so waste of a broadcast. Let's shout out. I've been up there, beautiful place, man. It's definitely a place y'all want to check out. That's one of the reasons them colors are like that, because that is legit. You can look out over the landscape and you'll see that kind of maroon, burgundy color, the orange, yellow, green, dope vibes out there. Really cool place to go visit. I enjoyed my time there, even though we took an L that time. So let's get into it a little bit, man. The hell is wrong with Virginia Tech, man? I can tell you what's wrong with us.
Hey, we on first year coach vibes.
Yeah.
We on first year coach vibes, man.
Yeah, same excuse you got.
We was left a lot less than Miami was left. Fuente kind of left it terrible. Miami was expected to do better than what they're doing, but we was left nothing. So, just working it out, bro. We doing the youth movement on which is a good thing. Youth movement on offense.
What else?
Must be terrible. I got the crazy Wi-Fi looks.
It's all good. Yeah, you did free. You good. Keep it rolling though.
Yeah, you
that's why I be on the phone, bro. My laptop crazy, bro.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah, youth movement on both sides of the ball. Bro, we gave up 300-yard rusher last week. We had guys that was academically ineligible playing linebacker. I mean, couldn't play. Now they can play. That's how crazy it is, bro.
Oh, they would have found some grades.
Yeah.
Well, we getting gas, man. Give him a seat.
Yeah. Oh, Pratt. Yeah, Pratt out there. Pratt working the phones behind the scenes, bro. He said, "No, get them boys back, man." Yeah.
We got.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna hold. It's crazy.
Who?
Yeah. Playing Miami though, like they style is perfect for us because they used to spread us out and kill us, but now they don't do that no more because of Gators. So shout out to him. Yeah. He playing right into our game plan, bro.
Yeah, Big Ten. He bring that Big Ten to South Florida, baby.
Well, last game wasn't as much.
Yes, keep him.
Wasn't as much 12 personnel, so we'll see. We did lose a Royal for the year, so we'll see. We had a lot more wide receiver, 3 wide, 4 wide sets in that last game actually. And I think part of that is because of
Royal. Y'all gonna go up top though? Okay, I mean, y'all got out there. Are y'all going up top? Are y'all going vertical?
They gonna play Kobe Young, the JUCO kid. He look good going vert. So we'll see. Who the hell is Brent Pry, man? I really have no idea. Not even trying to be funny. But this is what's fun about this one for me, right? Because like every other ACC team except Georgia Tech, and Duke, I've got a chance to see and know a little bit more about. Virginia Tech this year, I don't know, scheduling wise, whatever. I haven't had a chance to take honestly a peek at all, and I'm in a little bit in the blind this year on Virginia Tech. Where did Brent Pry come from? You the right guy?
We trash, bro. I ain't gonna hold. Let me just get. We trash, bro. We gave up a 300-yard rusher, but last week Drake May probably had 400-500 yards passing. The week before that, what's my boy that played at Georgia? Play at West Virginia now. He got off. It's a bad outfit, bro. I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro.
Yeah,
first year vibes, bro. Youth movement all over the place.
This is the most like this.
Got to Coach Maul though, man.
This sounds depressing, man. This is a depressing matchup, bro.
Somebody got to win
this shit. Yeah, like somebody got to win, man.
Man, we playing on ESPN Deportes, bro.
Look at this matchup.
I'm gonna keep it all the way a beam, man.
Everybody's scared to talk shit. Nobody really want to say nothing crazy to each other. What's your synopsis on Miami when you look at that?
I can't. Oh well, I seen Middle Tennessee. I seen Murfreesboro, Tennessee run past them. I seen Texas A&M run through them. I seen UNC go over them. So we just got to bring some. We just got to bring some of that spice to it, bro. Listen, we playing freshmen all over the field, man.
I can't see losing to y'all, man.
We going with a youth movement, man.
What's the vibe?
Well, you couldn't see yourself losing to Middle Tennessee either. So the game still got to get played.
That is a Fendi. Ain't no argument out of me. I think Middle Tennessee.
No man, they gave you a 50 piece. No sauces.
Donovan, what do you think? What do you think?
Middle Tennessee ain't beat us, bro. We beat them last year.
Old Dominion beat you.
Hey, that's in state. It ain't that good. I was at that game too. I was at that game too, bro. I was hyped. I ain't gonna lie. It's funny because Devontae Adams was fan out after the game, and one of our players did the same thing.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, shit.
He
said the game's gotta get played, goddamn.
It was the long pause. They must say, well, shit, they was in state.
I'm just saying something get fine, bro.
The thing that makes it funny is the streak. That's what makes it funny. Like, one-off weird things happen. This is a streak now. And that's crazy.
Ain't no streak, bro. They beat us. We beat them.
I thought they got.
We trading with them, which is bad.
Okay.
I was at the 2019 game. We beat them.
You're right.
Yeah. I mean, we trading with them. That's bad too. We trading with them, but
you ain't got no business.
What you got, CJ?
What you got, C?
No, so what do you got? What do you think you guys have to do in order to win this game? What does Virginia Tech have to do right to win this game?
Take time, man.
We got to stop killing ourselves with penalties. I know that's easier said than done, but penalties been killing us. There's been penalties, man. But that come with playing with young people. That come with it. So.
And my last question, then we get to Larion in regards to what you think about Miami. What does Miami have to do? What's your takes on what's your takes on Coach Marv so far? I know you just talk about you had a 300-yard rusher, this pass here, there. So what do you think about Coach Marv as a defensive coordinator so far?
Marv ain't really the coordinator yet. They kind of like teaching them how to do it. Pride been calling the defenses.
Oh, really?
Marv kind of like a linebacker coach / intern right now.
Oh man, we can't lose this game, man.
And he ain't got us no line. Marv, I think Marv landed one linebacker on the trail too. He ain't on the trail either though. That's kind of crazy with Marv.
That sounds just like Marv. That sound like 100% like Marv.
Ain't that the dude from Florida State?
Correct. That's why I said that sound like 100%.
You was talking big shit about Cuz before, man.
We got him from FSU.
Because I was saying ain't nobody plucked off of y'all staff, and then you was like, they took
Marvin intern right now.
That's a fact.
He learning the ropes.
But you guys know, if you listen to previous podcasts, my complaint was Marv was terrible on the recruiting trail. That was my biggest complaint.
You did say that, but there ain't no pluck if he asked, man.
Yeah, shit. That's a promotion for him, bro. It's on that resume.
Whatever. Now,
yeah, man. Marv didn't even close on the recruit. Pride did. Marv was in on the recruit.
That sounds just like him. Larry, what you got as far as what Miami has to do to win?
Score more points. Couple questions real quick because we done got jammed up a little bit, log jam before we get into the finals of it. Tom said he got a minute, see, so we all right.
Yeah,
we'll push him back just a little bit. Let me get a few more questions out, my man, while we got him here. Normally this is going to be it's just what I gotta ask every I guess we get trench grades, right? So everything starts and ends in the trenches, in my opinion. Offensive line, what grades you giving them boys down there?
I couldn't hear the question, bro. It's all choppy on my end. It's my laptop, bro. That's why I be using my phone. I ain't gonna hold it. What was that again?
What would you grade your O line?
F. F minus. Give me F minuses, bro. You can't push around Wofford, ODU. You can't push around Wofford and ODU. You get an F. I don't care. Like you can't push around them people. You're not gonna push around Miami, NC State. So F.
All right. I'm liking it. All right. How about the opposite side? Defense.
And we got Joe Rudolph. He was at Wisconsin. We got Joe Rudolph, Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, that's
defensive line. Get an F. You can't push around Wofford.
Don't bring
push around. Yeah, we got Joe Rudolph from Wisconsin, offensive line coach. But yeah, bro, F. Defensive line, F. Linebackers, F. Secondary, I like secondary. Been okay.
The defense put okay stats. I think they're like top 10 every stat, like defense in the ACC.
That ain't saying shit.
I mean, it's on 12
you ain't been watching the games, my brother.
Well, I damn sure don't want to watch the Virginia Tech.
Yeah, nah.
That's what I say. Virginia Tech has been.
Yeah, nah, it's bad, bro.
Yeah,
it's bad, bro.
Do y'all have anybody that can run?
It's skewed because we played Wofford,
y'all need
ODU.
Special shit. I need an upset, bro. I need this streak to continue.
Let me ask you this,
against Miami, they run the right offense for us to stop them. So,
well, no. Do you have a guy that can? All he got to do is run a go route in your first 20 plays. Is a guy that can just run a 4.640.
No. Them boys gonna be. What's the biggest prison in Florida? Because that's what we got. Our receivers gonna be. It's gonna be big tight ends. Daquan Wright, running backs, Malachi Thomas, Keyshawn King is a 4-star back. Hey, bro, listen.
Keep it real.
It's bad, bro. I can't come on here and cap, bro. But Keyshawn King, I like our backs. I like our tight ends. Receivers, no. I like our backs. I like our tight ends. Keyshawn King gonna eat this weekend.
Don't show up Sunday if they beat y'all, Larry.
Oh, I got to, man. I got a job to do. At least, because that was kind of my last thing, and then we'll get into predictions.
Yeah. I mean, they coming off 3 losses too.
Yeah, but it's a little.
He can't talk, but too crazy too.
Nah, he gonna lie. Outrageous.
He gonna lie. All right, Larry, gonna do this shit.
Lie.
Watch this. Watch this, B. You want to see some lies?
What I gotta lie about?
This shit. What do y'all got to do to win this game, Larry?
Apparently not much. I think because what he telling us is F's on both sides, right? My O line's a little banged up. We will get so that's gonna be a bit of a challenge. Yeah, I agree. I think Zion being out hurts. They told us it was something simple. I really do think what happened was he re-aggravated a little something going out. And going out there and trying to play a little bit. And it looks like if I'm him, I shut it down for the year. It don't even make no sense to come back this year. Get healthy. You're not going to get drafted no higher than the 6th round at this point. Come back. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense, right? So, but I am confident in my defensive line. I think we got enough guys up front as a collective. I don't think we got we don't have a Jalen Phillips, a Roche, a Rousseau guy, but I think as a collective, we could be pretty disruptive up front. I think we're still doing pretty well against the run. So I think this game will be won really by our defensive line. Linebackers have been playing pretty solid as well, to my surprise. And if he's telling me there's not a guy that's going to be able to, run a 4.640, then yeah, I just think we'll get some pressure up front. We'll build probably too much confidence off a reeling Virginia Tech team and probably end up winning this game fairly convincingly for all it's worth. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's why I love having fans of the game that, that can give a real true perspective of it. I think we end up pulling this game off by probably two tutties, maybe a little bit more.
2 tutties.
All right, chill, bro. All right,
you told me you had 2 F's.
You had me talk to 2 tuds, bro.
Get your score prediction.
You guess first. So what you got?
You had me till you said 2 tuds, bro.
And if both lines is F's,
I ain't gonna come on here and count. I'm gonna probably say Miami. I'm gonna say Miami 20, VT 18. It's gonna be a crazy score.
Oof, that is crazy.
We playing young
that'll be a fun
people.
game, you know. I'll take 2018 long as we win. That is a crazy ass score. I love to see this game. We just got
Don V, all the shit I wanted to do it, bro. Like I wanted to do it, man. But
I ain't gonna be able
to myself, man.
I said, let me tell my truth now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 21
now, bro. I ain't gonna be back on Sunday.
I'm gonna say 21-17 Miami. It hurts my heart to say it. I wanted to give you guys the benefit of the doubt, but 21-17 Miami.
What you got this?
Yeah, man. This is a shit show bowl, man.
For my gamblers, y'all got a gambling segment? Don't bet Hokies.
We gotta worry about it. I don't think nobody trying to throw away money.
Well, I think the spread is like 7.5, 6.5. So you saying bet Hokies, honestly. But go ahead, sir.
Give me 5-2 Miami.
Bro, if it's 5-2, listen. If it's 5-2, I get 2 weeks off.
Don't get Cox Cable, y'all.
This is an ugly game,
5-2.
Don B, let the people know where they can follow you at. Where they can find you at, bro.
I gotta get my prediction off real quick.
Hey, at Don V 757 _.
That's
at Don V 757 _ Don V Fridays Best Virginia Tech podcast. We just had Trey Turner on there last week. One of the best receivers ever come out of there. We just be on there vibing, talking crazy, man. Me and Drift. Follow my co-host at DriftVT, DRIFTVT.
No doubt. All right, let me get my prediction in, man, and we'll get you on out there, man. We appreciate you pulling up. I gotta go with 2 touchdowns, man. You can't tell me F's on both lines. I'm gonna give my line like a C- on offense.
Okay, y'all got F's. Oh man, see, I don't be wanting to talk crazy knowing my team. Sorry,
I ain't talking crazy.
All right, but bro, you're not about to do that.
I said
you're not doing that, bro. Not too.
I gave you opportunity.
No.
You told me F and F. So 1st and 15th, man. Shout out to Lupe.
Like this whole interview ain't gonna lie. Everything been choppy, but all I heard was 2 touchdowns, and I'm no.
All right,
no.
I'm taking Miami. Miami.
Not no.
14. Virginia Tech 0. We shutting it out. Blank. Shout out.
I think it's God. God don't even want me to get at school.
Y'all give up too many explosives to just say 0. Like, y'all just don't even.
Apparently not. The man told me no. Man told me F on both lines and no wide receiver. Hey, we appreciate you pulling up, man. We'll holler at you later on. I know you ain't gonna be up next Sunday, man. But if you decide to, come on through, man.
If y'all win, definitely pull up.
Yeah. If y'all win, pull up.
All right, bro. Take care.
No doubt, man. CT in the building.
Not with his Wi-Fi, ain't.
CTE.
Hey, fellas, how's it going?
Oh, he got the crew.
Man, I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
Qualk's in a cave right now. Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm for real. We just did 4 hours of radio at an Ingles. I'm chilling in my car at the Ingles parking lot talking to y'all.
Oh, man, I appreciate you joining, man. It was a dope conversation to have you guys on last year, so I definitely had to bring you guys back again. Real quick for the fans, if you guys don't know, we have William Qualkinbush, sports radio personality for 1055 The Roar and play-by-play for Clemson Network. .com. Is it ClemsonNetwork.com if I'm not mistaken? Or is this Clemson Network?
Just the Clemson Network's fine, yeah.
Okay. And we got a friend of the show, Clemson Tom, world famous, ESPN and Bleacher Report, voted #1 fan in America, man. How you guys doing?
Feeling good, man.
Good to have you guys, man. Really good to have you. So let's talk, man. It's that time of year, man. Clemson, Florida State, man. It's two of the recent history, two of the premier teams in that Atlanta division. So let's talk. How you guys are feeling about this game?
Qualk, I feel good. I don't know about you. I feel.
Now I remember last year it was a lot of you guys were pretty iffy because Clemson. Well, DJ wasn't playing as well. Clemson was pretty much banged up. Shipley was a freshman. You guys just wasn't playing well. We weren't either, but it seemed like a 180 pretty much for Clemson as a whole. Because you guys are playing really good football. DJ is looking like the DJ you guys thought you were getting in the recruiting process and Notre Dame game. Defense is playing good ball, and you guys are finally healthy on the defensive line. So it's pretty much a 180 in regards to Clemson from last year to this year.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Look, Tom, I'm glad you feel good, man. I feel good about this. Now, you know, there were some folks who were trying to jump off the nearest bridge earlier this week because, like, I had people text me during the show, "Hey, you know why the line went down from 7.5 to 4.5?" And so I had to do a little, digging on that. I think it probably was that you had some books that open it up pretty high, like 6.5, 7.5, and then you had some others open up at 4.5. So I think people were just hammering the points when they can get them. Because I've been checking on Clemson's injuries, and it's all good news.
Yeah, we're all back. Everybody's back, basically.
Yeah, the bad news for Florida State is this is as healthy as Clemson's defense has been all year, probably since the first game against Georgia Tech. 2 safeties are back this week. Mickens and Venables, they've been out. Malcolm Green, who I think has been a big loss. His value is in his versatility in the back end. I think the Wake Forest game would have gone different if Green was available. He's back. Brian Brzee cleared to play. Xavier Thomas won the ACC Defensive Player of the Week, played 6 snaps last week, 2 sacks and a pressure. So, yeah, that's the bad news for Florida State is that Clemson's defense has gotten better without getting healthy, and now they're starting to get healthy. And you're right, man, CJ, the way that DJ's playing, I mean, you're talking about – I think both quarterbacks in this game are playing with really just tremendous confidence. And I'm excited to see Jordan Travis because I'm trying to figure out how a guy with that athleticism is as comfortable in the pocket as he is and doesn't abandon it. You know, I felt like Jordan Travis could get flushed and you could kind of make him a runner quickly. This year they protected him better, and he's only averaging like 4.5 carries a game, which I think is wild. Especially, I don't know if y'all got information on Ward. If Trayshawn Ward don't play, I think they're going to need to put Travis they're going to need to have him in the run game like 10 or 12 times. Otherwise, I don't know how they're going to move the ball.
I agree 100%. I think it's kind of a balance of 2 things. One, Jordan Travis has gotten a whole lot better as a passer, like a whole lot better as a passer. And the coaches have drilled on him, okay, when you get out the pocket, or rather running when you move out the pocket, look downfield and try to find your reads. So he's been trying to do better than that. And also the early injury he had to Louisville, we kind of held out as far as running him. But last week against NC State, we pretty much let the reins off the Bulls in regards to letting him run. He got a little active against NC State, had over 100 yards rushing against him. But again, like you said, Trayshawn Ward was a big hit to us. I don't foresee him playing this week against Clemson. He banged that shoulder pretty hard against NC State. So I agree 100%. Jordan Travis is going to have to be a staple in the run game. He's going to have to be a part of the game plan. There's going to have to be a fixation in it in order to move against the Clemson offense. I do think we have pretty good receivers, and I feel like there's opportunities in the secondary, but we don't want to get one-dimensional to where, you know, Clemson just knows we're going to pass the ball and defend it. So we do have to be effective in running the ball and kind of stick with and be consistent with running the ball, because it's going to be tough against that front 7, like you just said. But you have to stick with the game plan a little bit, don't kind of tailor away for it. So if FSU could do that and not get in negative downs on early downs, not get behind the sticks, that'd be the key. If we could get in 2nd and 8 to 7, you know, that type of deal instead of 2nd and 15 with tackles for loss, with that tough defensive line of giving up sacks, then it could be some opportunities within the offense.
Yeah,
I agree. Go ahead, Tom.
I don't every angle that I see, I'm not a numbers guy. I know, Qualk, you break it down. You're like a mad scientist. I mean, you'll go through like, if the wind direction's northwest, southeast at 3 miles an hour, he'll only throw this far. You guys know what I'm saying? Qualk like breaks it. He's like a chemist. Me, I just sit back and watch, and I just go off my gut. I mean, last year I was nervous. If Silk would have told me he could play quarterback for us, I would have signed him up real quick. Called Dabo, need Uncle Silk playing quarterback real quick, because honestly, any of us right now could have been. I mean, last year DJ was second to last in stats, and now he's come back, should win comeback player of the year. I think Qualk, am I wrong? He's top 3 in quarterback proficiency this year?
Yeah, he's top 3 in ACC in quarterback rating. I think he's 4th in yards per attempt. Like he's a much better passer, and you know I think most people would have had him in the bottom half before the year.
Oh yeah, I mean the guy's lost. I'm honestly jealous of him. He came back a few months later and lost all this weight. I drive past McDonald's and gained 5 pounds. So the kid came back. He's got some swagger right now. I mean, every time I look at Shipley, he's one arm tackle away from breaking it for 80 yards. I mean, you blink and he's already 25 yards past where they got it at. We finally got the tight ends in there. Every time I look at Florida State, I feel like you guys had some momentum there, especially after LSU. But that was like watching a JV high school game there for a while, man. Nothing was going right for either team. But just, I know it's going to be a night game in Doak. It's going to be Florida State's got 2 back-to-back losses already. I thought they should have beat NC State, but they found ways to lose that game. And meanwhile, Clemson, second half team, we keep finding ways to win games. All of our studs on defense are back. I'll be at the game. I'm probably in the middle of the third quarter. I expect everyone in garnet and gold to be, leaving. Everyone in orange is probably going to kind of zoom down to the 50-yard line, kind of how we always do. But I really don't see. We're going for 8 straight right now. I remember when Florida State was good.
Big streak.
I used to get worried about Florida State. Like, man, we got the Seminoles. Now I'm like, cool, we got the Seminoles. That's a W.
Like Wake Forest coming to town, right?
Yeah,
yeah, we tank, man. We're streaking, baby.
No, that's true, though. It's true.
Going down the quad. Real quick.
I do want to speak about because that what kind of caught my attention in regards to something that he pointed out in his interview. He said our linebackers pretty much the best that they've seen so far this year, even over the NC State linebacker core. That's pretty good. Talk about Kalen DeLoach and Tatum Bethune. I feel like those are pretty good linebackers. And our defense, I know a lot of our fans kind of been giving our defense some gripe and rightfully so in certain situations, but just it's been pretty much on par with the Clemson defense the last 3 games with the same defense with the same 3 opponents, right? I think Clemson is giving up 20.3 points per game and 4.7 yards per play. FSU is giving up 21.3 and 4.4 yards per play. So let's just talk about, I guess, the opportunities in regards to FSU's defense in regards to what you guys present as a threat as an offense. Because I know Shipley is a really good running back, like you said, Tom. One tackle away, one missed tackle away, he's going for 85 yards. So for Dabo to kind of say that kind of came to my attention. Well, just raised my antennas a little bit in regards to that comment.
Oh, listen, I was in Dabo's press conference yesterday. He said that I perked up and hit up Twitter because there was me, there's no way. There's no way that I thought coming into the year that Clemson would face better linebackers than NC State. But, no disrespect to those guys from NC State. They're all like 26 years old. They've all been hurt 7 times.
Yeah.
Lord. I was in college in the late 2000s, and I'm pretty sure I was classmates with some of those dudes. Like, when you're 25 and you've had 3 knee operations or whatever, like it don't work the same. Right. And I went back, I started thinking about it. DJ scored late on a bootleg, and that was a famous play because Dabo drew it up in the huddle. They never ran it.
40 yards, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I think we're at the 9. So it was straight naked bootleg, Doug Flutie, NFL. It was a weird play. I gotta be honest, weird play. And but the reason you could do that is because athletically, those NC State linebackers are good at knowing angles. They're good at positioning. But I think in terms of lateral quickness, you can beat them to the edge. And with Florida State, I just think it's interesting too because y'all run a 4-2-5. Mm-hmm. You got 2. That's 2 of your 11 guys, unless he's counting Verse as a linebacker. And I felt like that was weird, and that says an awful lot. If you got 2 dudes at linebacker that are making that kind of an impact, there's got to be a lateral quickness thing where you can't just run wide on those guys. And you know what? Wake Forest haven't been able to run wide. Wake Forest run up the gut. NC State ran up the gut a little bit, which that's the thing that makes me most excited from a Clemson standpoint is NC State can't run the ball. They can't. They won't. They have no opportunity to run the ball until Devin Leary went out, and they all of a sudden just decided we're going to run it, and Florida State couldn't stop them. To me, if NC State can run it on Florida State, then Clemson with Shipley and Maffa certainly can. And then you got the threat now of DJ, who's led Clemson in rushing the last 2 games. He's had over 60 yards in 2 straight games rushing. That's a new development. That I think is the area.
Changing my score a little bit.
Listen, I think that's the area that Clemson now is much more capable of exploiting than when we played this game a year ago, and we didn't know how Clemson was going to move the ball at all.
And I think the big key with that is having Fabian Lovett injured against LSU, who was our stud defensive tackle, was one of the best defensive tackles in the ACC.
Allegedly.
Once he got in, allegedly, the proof is in the pudding.
He don't play. All right, man. All right. Me too. I'm the best defensive tackle ever
give my dog his props, man.
You gotta play, baby.
He has played. What are you talking about?
One thing about the game.
He has played. What are you talking about?
This is this year. We talking about this year. See,
he was dominant against LSU. I said until you got hurt. You gotta listen, brother. You gotta listen. So
Larry more snaps than him this season. Let's be honest.
Thank you.
But no, I'm serious. I think that's the big key in regards to we lost Fabian Lovett against LSU. We lost against NC State the first quarter. The other starter, we lost Robert Cooper, and then third quarter, I want to say we lost Jared Jackson. So that's two starters. Your top three defensive tackles were out against NC State.
Y'all some irresponsible parents.
Your top three kids. Listen, bro, we let your shit show of a battle go over Virginia Tech in Miami go on. So let us get our shit off, man. We let the shit show.
My bad.
We let the shit show portion of the show. You know,
my fault.
It's 2-2 bowl, man.
I just keep hearing lose this and lose that.
But yeah, so I feel like that kind of softened up our defense in the middle. You're 100% right. But I say that to say this. I think Fabian Lovett was scheduled to come back this week. I know they've been real tight on the injury. In regards to letting stuff out of injury, Mike Norvell doesn't let that go at all. And I haven't really got any practice information, but from what I heard last week, he was out of his boot. So this week was the game they had circled for him to play. We'll see how it plays out. If Fabian Lovett does play, I think we'll be better within the interior. But if he doesn't play, I think you're right. You guys will be able to run the ball effectively within between the tackles with your running backs.
But even if he does play, he's not going to be 100%.
No, he's not going to be 100%. But his 60% is. What do you had your time to talk about trash, bro? Let the series programs talk.
It ain't but one talking.
Let the series programs talk. We'll lose the Middle Tennessee States and those types of
boy, you lost Jacksonville State. Do not do that, man.
You were just talking about last year with Fabian Lovett, right?
Right. We'll be talking about this year, right?
Exactly. So we're talking about this
year. Every week, Tom.
Hold on, man.
One
thing I know about Mike Norvell, bro, he like to duck smoke. So ain't no way Fabian Lovett playing this game. Ain't no way he playing. Why would he play this competition on the other side? There's no way he's playing.
Larry, I need you to send me your address so I can send you some dye for that.
No, man. This is
man.
Ladies
I like it.
It's I got a little bit of salt and pepper too.
Have y'all seen Lovey?
Years old and still gets carded, so he's fine.
What's up, Sil?
Y'all seen Lovey Smith beard? Elite beard.
Oh, Lovey got it, bro.
Lovey got the best beard in the game.
Bro. Yes, I saw Lovey when I this Sunday, and I was like, man, when only way I'm dyeing my beard, bro, is all white. That's dumb.
The guy has never had a bad beard day, man. Just Google Lovey Smith. I guarantee you, every picture his beard on fleek, fam.
But it was crazy. At one point in time when he was a Bears head coach, he was clean shaved, had nothing at all.
Yep, he had nothing. Yep. But anyway, Fabian Lovett won't be playing this game, so let's.
You guys got it from the inside of himself, right? Breaking news.
I know. Hey, he come from a smoke ducking coach, man.
Hey, let me tell you this. Johnny Wilson's playing. Johnny Wilson's a freaking boss. That guy's dunking on heads every week. I watched the Wake Forest game. I watched Clemson's corners legit melt down, like have legit temper tantrums on the field. Like that was bad. It was bad. It was. I felt like, honest to God, I hadn't felt like that in probably since like 2013 or 14 at any point.
What happened to Johnny last week? I went to bed. I'm being serious.
That time when the loaded guard locked down LeBron in the finals.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I went to bed. I went to bed at half.
I'm concerned about that dude because Wake went out there with, and I know their offense is weird, but they went out there with 6'4" and 6'5" and just threw jump balls and got pass interference. Johnny Wilson's freaking 6'7", 240 or whatever it is. He's going to dunk on some heads in this game, and especially if they're worried about Travis running the ball. Little play action, 3-step drop, chuck it down there. If I was Florida State, that'd be two of my first 3 calls. Is throwing the ball up to Wilson and seeing if Clemson's going to play deep safeties and seeing if those corners can find the ball in the air. True story.
But they're going to come out swinging. It's Florida State at home, and it's night, and you're going to have all the guys. The tomahawk chop's going to be coming in hard. It's coming in a lot.
Well, that first script going to be a bad motherfucker.
They're going to test us, and they're probably going to go deep the first 2 plays. It's just they're going to try to test our heart.
No, because we got nothing to lose.
Really missing is like a Tanner Mutes.
There you go.
That guy that will hit you. I mean, he's going to hit you so hard your girlfriend leaves the game just praying for you. Like you just crazy. Like you get hit so hard, you don't know what day of the week it is. I mean, we're kind of missing that when it comes to the secondary. I don't see any of our guys being
that enforcer.
I don't feel like you see him more than I do. I don't think we got any guys that will legitimately, like a Ben Boulware, just dogs, man. Just like
I don't know, man. I think you guys probably got you guys may have Bear Carter, maybe the best defensive player in the ACC at this point in time, man.
I'm gonna tell you what, those linebackers are legit.
Enough. I need some guys that they want to beat you on the field. And if you want to talk about it in the parking lot, they'll meet you in the parking lot.
Yeah, these linebackers are more athletic. But like Tom's saying, there's a little bit of a mean streak that's missing. Like they're real good. Like Trenton Simpson looks like he was chiseled out of stone and brought to life with a magic spell to play ball. Like that dude looks ripped out of the frame. He looks unbelievable. He has no tackles for loss and no sacks this year. He's changed to a weak side linebacker, which is unbelievable. There are I did this math yesterday. There are 22 Clemson players that have at least half a tackle for loss, and Trenton Simpson doesn't have one. But he leads the team in tackles by 10. So his role is totally different. Carter can play that nickel Sam. He could do anything. Jeremiah Trotter, oh my God. Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Jeremiah Trotter Sr.'s son, now they're playing a lot more Tampa 2 and a lot more they're splitting the safeties a lot more and not bringing safeties down the box because that guy can play it. Like James Skalski, speaking of guys who are 26 years old, James Skalski played 1 million snaps, but that guy could not go backwards. I mean, if Skalski's going backwards, the tight end's catching the ball or the back's catching the ball. Jeremiah Trotter can go backwards, guys. That's the biggest thing with Clemson is they can play softer coverage because they got better coverage guys. But to Tom's point, I think they've sacrificed some of that downhill nasty that they've had from the safety. And I think some of that is because they hadn't had guys healthy. Like I think R.J. Mickens can do that, but he's been hurt. He just got cleared to play this week. And then Andrew Makuba is like that too, but he's a little more like Jaron Curse. He's like a rangy guy. Curse in the box was just like run around in a circle. Like he'd get burned every down. He got burned every down by Alabama in 15 in the championship game. But Makuba is probably a little more disciplined player, but he's like that. He's kind of like
crazy athletic, though. The guy's insanely athletic.
He's a freak. So I think I think that's a question. Like, this line is nasty, but when you get past that first level, you got guys that can hit you, but you don't have anybody you're really like afraid of that way.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're missing, in my opinion. We don't have that. We got to see where number 19 is, because if you get overthrown, he's going to put your chin on the backside of your neck. So it'll just kill you. But but to your point, it could be a whole injury thing. I don't know.
All right, guys, a couple more questions before we get you guys out of here. You pretty much just gave your keys to victory for Clemson and your keys to victory for FSU. You guys have 2 brand new coordinators. Tony Elliott's the head coach at Virginia. Of course, Brent Venables is out in Oklahoma. How do you grade your coordinator thus far within the season, within the new adjustments? I know I was talking to my brother DeAndre McDaniel in regards to how you guys going to play Venables. And he was saying, man, listen, the guy we got here, he's pretty much the mastermind behind all of it. He's a really good defensive coordinator, even though he's off the field. He's a guy that, he's a guy that we go to a lot in regards to the defense. So he was pretty high on him coming in, and to see that you guys haven't really dropped the beat so far within Godwin's defense says a lot.
Go ahead, Tom. You take this one first.
Well, I was big on good. Is it Goodwin or Godwin?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing. Okay,
good.
Yeah,
okay.
It's your coach, bro.
West. That's going West.
Right, yeah, your coach.
That's going West. Yeah, Coach West. I'm the same guy. I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm coming from a fan's perspective. I'm not an X's and O's guy. I'm the guy. You got to show me on the field. It's the Joes versus, I don't know, whatever you want to say. The alphas and the Joes. I don't know, whatever the term is. But
hey, man, what's that? It's whatever you want to do. Johnny's and
the Joes, whatever you want to call it. Because I
Bloods and the Crips. It don't matter. Whatever.
It's any given Saturday. Anything can happen. But he let me down a little bit against Wake Forest. I mean, they were going at us in the secondary, and I'm like, "Oh, make the adjustment. Don't worry, we'll make the adjustments." And then talking to a former player that was a linebacker. I mean, he basically came out and said, if that would have happened during Venables, Venables would have been fighting the dudes on the sideline. Like even Qualk said, I mean, you had these guys just acting like they didn't know what to do. I'm like, guys, this is Clemson. Y'all are 4 or 5 star cats. you've played the position before. It's not like we pointed in the stands like, hey, you look good. Come on. And then they didn't know what the hell was going on. It wasn't the Clemson secondary that I'm used to seeing. It wasn't the Clemson defense I was used to seeing. And you got to make the adjustments. And we eventually made the adjustments, especially the following week. But the Wake Forest game, we could have very easily lost. I felt like he kind of stuck to his guns a little bit. I mean, he could have been the mastermind behind Venables. But at the same time, I still got to see it. He hasn't really won me over as being the mastermind behind, Venables. But, I mean, we're only a few games in at the same time, and I'm not the guy in the film room. I'm not the guy at the practice field. I'm the guy drawing up the playbooks. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing when I go to the games and when I'm watching it on TV. But I do like Wes. I think he's going to do a good job. Being thrown in, you're basically replacing the GOAT.
Right.
He might not be the GOAT right now in Norman, Oklahoma, but he's the GOAT in Clemson, South Carolina.
Yeah, you were talking about like throwing hands. I was about to say he should have been throwing them last week, boy.
Exactly.
Yeah, didn't go so great. I'll jump in here and say this. Clemson staff didn't like it when a couple of the assistants that Brent took with him, they put some stuff out on Twitter about, we didn't lead the defense in Clemson, all that stuff. I can tell you, I was told this week that on the field before the game, a lot of those staffers were making fun of those tweets because it looks like Clemson's got a better defense than they do at Oklahoma. So just throwing that out.
That they do. I'm with you on that. I remember they said it. It was almost like
blowout.
Your brother was like taking stabs at you. You're like, come on, man. Like,
and they do not have good players. Like, I don't know why you'd even say that. Like, you got good players.
In what world, right? Like, in what bizarro world could you cook up Oklahoma scoring no points in 2 weeks?
And they didn't even have a good plan. Like, honestly, I know we're not talking about
that.
They didn't have a good plan.
You can't. I mean, there's no way. If you told me Oklahoma would only score 30 points in 2 weeks, I'd say you was on something.
Y'all gonna take them back in 2 years?
Absolutely right.
You're good at something.
All right. Listen, I think he'll be all right. Look, they might beat Kansas. I hope they beat Kansas this week, honestly. That spreads up to like 9.5. Kansas quarterbacks now.
They're favorite, though.
They are favored. They're favored pretty big. I'll say this about West. I mean, Tom is right. Like, that was always going to be an adjustment for Goodwin because he's always been kind of a hermit. Like, one of those guys that's like back in the back room looking at film and then telling the guys at the front what to do. And that's totally different, like, when you're the director in the back versus when you're on the stage. And he's had to learn how to be on the stage. He even said that this week. Like, he's had to learn how to be more demanding of guys and tougher on guys and all that stuff. I also think to the point, like, we knew, or at least like I knew, there were going to be a couple times where Clemson fans look at a game and they're like, well, we could have used Brent today. And Wake Forest is one of those. And what you need somebody. Oh, man, my lights just went off. That's
Venables going to cut the lights off on you, buddy.
Talking too much.
There we go. I got it. Yeah, that's right. That's how you know. That's how you know we got problems. All right. Now, to me, he made the adjustments, and they had a much better plan in the last couple weeks. I think he's going to have a better plan at Florida State. He trusts his personnel a little bit better. And I'll say this about the offense, too. Brandon Streeter was a coordinator before he got to Clemson. I think people forgot that. Tony Elliott's temperament is very different. Elliott has an engineering degree from Clemson. He tried to meticulously plan out every single call and every single thing and do every single – and the offense just slowed to a crawl. And I think DJ needs to play. I think it also helped DJ that Streeter's been his position coach. So now he's calling plays more for the quarterback. And then let me give you a name you probably don't know, Kyle Richardson. He was a high school coach at Northwestern High School up here in South Carolina. Yep. That guy was running air raid before air raid was cool. Mason Rudolph was his quarterback in high school. I watched that offense. It was a great, great offense. He's brought air raid principles to Clemson's passing game where it's not just throw it up, 9 routes and back shoulders anymore. They've got good route combinations. They use tight ends now. Mm-hmm. Kyle Richardson is the guy behind a lot of Clemson's improvement in the pass game, I think.
Well, he obviously is not the guy behind the wide receiver screen that we do every third play.
No.
Also, we need to get rid of the daggone play.
Y'all do that too?
I'll tell you what, man.
I see it. I'm just like, why? So I'm just you
guys, it's like
the orange and blue thing I gave, man. Y'all broke.
You got to run it, but you can't it's going to get 1-2 yards max because the receivers are little pansies out there.
They're not blocking. They're not making those.
No, I thought a lot.
I blame the NIL.
Like a Joe last year never blocked anybody. I thought they got rid of that problem. That got
recruited him. He's Canadian. He's too soft. They're too nice in Canada. Man, you got to go to South Florida. You got to go to somewhere like West Texas. You got to get some guys that just want to straight up just ball in your face, talk some trash, spin it a little bit, maybe have a dance move or two in the end zone. Honestly, if you just dog somebody and moss them up and you want to do a little juke and catch a 15-yard flag, I'm all about it. But we're too daggum nice as a team. Like,
I'll be honest.
I'm looking tackle somebody hardly. I'm like, my fault, man. I'm so sorry. Here's a Bible verse or two.
See,
like,
it's
football. This ain't chess. I feel
like it's a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
it's a Chick-fil-A vibe around.
It makes me mad because I feel like we're playing football at the Cracker Barrel on Sunday mornings after church. Let's hit the gift shop afterwards, man. Where's the meanness? Where's the toughness?
I'm looking for Jamie Robinson to just annihilate a blocker on the screen. Like, that's going to happen.
I'm looking for that too.
We're hanging out a little bit.
It's going to be a -4. It's going to be a tackle for loss, and he's just going to totally eviscerate somebody's soul and just throw somebody in the next week. And Clemson's going to have to do something else beside the screen. I'm waiting for a pump and go because we ain't seen that yet. We ain't seen a pump and go, and everybody knows when Clemson's going to run that screen game.
Right.
So,
I definitely gave a pump and go. I tell you what though, right? We hanging out like.
I've seen old men play checkers at Cracker Barrel more angrier than we play football.
What do you think about your man Dabo? Is hilarious when he come down the hill.
What is with that from a different fan's perspective? Because everyone's like, look at Dabo, he's taking the spotlight.
So I've seen it from Tommy's perspective because Tommy used to let those guys. That was the player show, right? When Tommy was the head coach. When they came down the hill, that was the player show. They did the thing, this, that, and other. Once Dabo came in, he probably cleaned up. They don't even. Tommy, they were like halfway down the hill, halfway not before they actually came down with Tommy.
He runs down and he high fives them.
So freaking annoying. Can I just tell a story real quick?
Get it
this
off.
is ridiculous. That kind of stuff. This is why Dabo does it too, because I remember his first game. He really wanted to take ownership. He felt like he needed to take more ownership of the program. So he did it the very first game. He said, "I'm gonna be the one that takes responsibility for wins and losses. I'm going to be the one that stands out there first. This team is going to follow me, basically." And he wanted there to be more of a centralized leadership role. Now, some people don't like that, but that's what Clemson needed at that time. I will never forgive Justin Miller. Okay, Justin Miller's a freshman. 2003 Georgia. It was the hottest game that there's ever been in all time. I don't care what the thermometer says. It was 130 degrees that day. It was a noon kick.
I believe, bro.
Georgia fans were real hammered, and they were draped all over me. All right, I was like 14 years old, and Justin Miller walked the team down the hill. They walked them down. They locked arms. They walked down. Fred Gibson walked past his happy ass for 3 touchdowns or whatever the whole rest of the damn game. That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in all my life. I'm glad they never walked down the hill. I'm glad they run down the hill like one by one. At least they're not walking down like they're hard in the yard and then getting drilled 30-0 on your home field.
Okay, I can vouch for Clark being upset. I've known him for about 10 years now, maybe a little bit longer. And today's the first time I've ever heard him cuss.
Ridiculous. I was so angry. That's before I cussed too. I was so angry. Wow.
But no, I guess just knowing the ins and that's exactly what Dre said too, man. It was more so Dabo had this pretty much to take more accountability, and that's what that was the change thing because those Clemson teams back then was really talented with that time he had. It was just more so just a how can I put this, more so just an accountability aspect in regards to holding people accountable and being more so of a leader. So I do understand your point in regards to that. But real quick, fellas, give us your score for the game.
Quad, go ahead. I know you're the sports guy.
Oh man. I'm gonna need to see some injury news first. Oh man. I'll say I think Clemson wins this game. I said it was about 7-10 on Sunday. Somebody asked me on Sunday. I said it's about 7-10 point game. I don't expect this to be a rout. I think Florida State's good. I'm gonna say 27-19. And for some odd reason, it gets a 19 because Florida State can't kick.
Kicker, right? Yeah.
That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, 27-19.
Yep.
I'm going to go something a little bit like, I don't know, I'm thinking 24-17, 24-14, something like that. We got all of our studs back on defense. And, Brazil's he's got to come with it. You got XT. Xavier Thomas has been on the team in like the Tommy Bowden years. I feel like the guy's been.
It's been a while, right?
Yeah, he finally came back. He's healthy, or he's healthier. They've got him in a position that's going to help him get more explosive off the good foot per se. This is a statement game for Clemson because it is Florida State. Florida State came out hot. I'm excited. I'll be at the game. It's going to be a fun atmosphere. It's going to be a rivalry atmosphere. But I really don't see it being too close. In the first half, I'm going to say it's going to be close. Second half, we're a second half team. We're going to pull it out. I'm saying 27-14, 27-17, around there. We're not going to – if we go in the 30s, something happened. There's a pick six, something. I just don't see us put up a lot of points. We're going to get up, get the cushion, and we're going to run the ball. Florida State can't stop it, and we're just going to keep cycling in those guys and just keep it up.
Clemson has scored 30 every game this year. So if Florida State holds them under 30, that's a big deal. They play some good defenses.
Yeah, you're right. They have scored.
So that's the
stat guy. Like I just look at the wins and the losses after that. I'm talking
do that.
Yeah, we got a stat guy too. His name's CJ.
What you got?
I got the mad scientist, man. He'll be like, well, on third and twos, it's 90% chance we're gonna run this play. I'm like, I don't know, man. Just don't do the wide receiver screen.
We need both of us in the universe, Tom. We balance each other out.
Stats right. Like the verbal passion.
What you got, Silk?
I think it's high scoring than y'all think. No, I think it's higher scoring than what y'all saying. I'm gonna go 27-31 on Clemson.
All right.
Explosive plays is gonna happen. I think there's I think Travis is gonna struggle a little bit without Ward there. He's gonna have to run the ball, but explosive plays is gonna happen with Johnny Wilson. They're gonna be able to hit some big stuff. That's just what they are. They're gonna hit explosives, get anemic. They're gonna struggle, not be able to get enough points to keep up with Clemson. I just got it 31-27. I think you have to get in the 30s to win this game. I don't think it's gonna be low scoring.
I got it. Florida State 22, Clemson 52.
That's outrageous.
Big showing for the Tigers, man. They're just gonna go out there and just
that's crazy.
Just get wicked, man. I think this is gonna be like a weird show out game for them, man. Gonna beat the hell out of them people down there, man.
I hope so.
That's what he's going off to. Hope.
I got one question for y'all before y'all get out of here. Clemson has been rating Florida for recruits for the last 10 years. Are you guys seeing a little difference in some resistance with Billy Napier and my man Mario Cristobal in the state of Florida right now?
The only thing I'm jealous of on Napier is his barber. I wish I could get lined up like he does, but I got the widow's peak. Other than that, he's got the old school.
By the time, almost time to come home, Tom. Almost time to come home.
Man.
I hear you.
I'll say this: Cristobal got Ray Joseph. That dude is the truth now. That kid's fast. He was committed to Clemson for a year.
Yeah.
And NIL got him. And
he
got the bag, man. Credit to him. He got the bag. But hey, listen, I also think what helps Clemson is Georgia is putting out a lot more recruits. And that's a little bit of easier drive. Like you can make that drive in a day from the Atlanta suburbs up to Clemson's campus for a game and back home.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think that helps. And then this year they hadn't gone to Florida much because Alabama's got 20 4- and 5-star recruits. They got defensive linemen for days.
They do.
So they haven't recruited as much in Florida the last couple cycles because of that. But I think Cristobal is going to lock it down a little bit, and I think Napier and Norvell are going to do a good job too.
Quack, who was that running back that we got out of Florida?
Mike Bellamy.
Yeah, no, not Mike Bellamy.
Which one? Which one?
He transferred to Florida. Silk actually called it
Bowman.
Oh, DeVar Bowman. Yeah, he's at UCF now. Yeah,
he's at UCF now.
Yeah, he ended up transferring.
I remember Silk was on Twitter calling the transfer 2 weeks before he did it, and then sure enough.
Yeah, I used to do stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, that guy secured the bag.
Yeah.
BUST. bust big time.
Sometimes it go that way. It be that way sometimes. See, you give us your score prediction, man.
Yeah, the stuff I hear back from Bowen, man, you don't know he runs a 4.3 or whatever until the lane is literally wide open for him. Like you don't know he's that fast until he has a legit clear lane. So that was the stuff I heard at Clemson at that time. Score prediction for me, man, I'm gonna go 23-21. FSU finally pulls it off. 8 straight is tough. This has been
that's a crazy streak.
That's a crazy streak.
CJ,
so is it 7 or is it 8? Was it?
This is 8. If we win, it's 8 straight. You want to put something on
it? That's big homie, man.
I don't want
he don't want to put nothing on it.
Come on, CJ.
Look, see, I answer for him. You don't put nothing on that.
No,
big homie, man.
Not even. I can't. No, hell no. That's the one game I would not bet at all.
That old big homie, dog.
But I still got to be consistent with the fan side of me. So I'm gonna go 23-21.
How about
23-21?
No, I don't give you the points. I'll take the 3.
Nah, still,
you know
man,
better,
still
Tom.
not touching it. No,
Still don't want to do it.
Sometimes you can't just, hey, you gotta give a man credit for not being a moron. You know what I mean? You put your money up when it's time. You know what I mean?
Now, but I think the guys will come out fired up, but will it be enough? We'll see. But I think it'll be 23-21. Go knows, fellas. I appreciate you guys coming to chop it over with us. It's always a pleasure, you guys. Always a good time.
Appreciate it,
and also we might have to have you guys on within a couple of weeks, man. I know we're talking about how close this game could be, but I feel like it's going to be a cupcake schedule, like how you guys whenever you guys play South Carolina State or whenever you guys play Citadel.
We got a schedule, but it's not the SEC East, so we're okay.
Well, he talking about Miami.
I'm talking about that Miami game. I'm talking about that Miami game.
Yeah. Well, I like how you count your loss already. So
we
lost better.
I heard my SEC East take.
They probably he did.
I know you guys are Gators. So how you feel Tennessee, Alabama?
Who Gators?
Man, I think Bama better come in with their shit together, bro.
Yeah, Tennessee's stealing it for sure.
Yeah, depends on what quarterback plays. If
quarterback,
that's a well-coached team, man.
On that one.
Yeah, if the Heisman Trophy winner plays, it'll probably be Bama close. But if not, man, Tennessee can run away with it.
What time?
I'll be honest with you, man. Bama this year against pretty solid competition is, they haven't been the convincing Bama that we've known. So that game can be very interesting. I don't know what the spread is right now, but if Tennessee's like
that's the CBS
4.5, 5, I take that.
It's 7 right now. It's
I take that.
We watching all the top dogs kind of just keep their shit together a little bit. Everybody losing big coordinators. Dabo lost some big guys. Nick lost some big guys. It was a little rocky for y'all last year, but it looked like y'all gathering y'allself a little bit as a program and shit. But it ain't nothing like y'all. It don't feel like the big bag Bama and the big bag Clemson like it used to feel.
Nah, definitely not. Yeah, I think Georgia's taking the reins on that one so far.
Ohio State,
they don't feel like big bad. Last year they
that's pretty much been the 4, right? Clemson, Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State, correct?
I think Georgia's playing down in the competition. They're so crazy talented to where they can get down on Mizzou and be like, all right, let's wrap this up. And
they haven't thrown a touchdown
offensive woes. Yeah, the offensive woes is more than playing down to competition. They got some issues.
I say
they got no deep threat. They could use Johnny Wilson, honestly. They got no deep threat.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Them in Ohio State, I'm telling you, them in Ohio State is going to be where it's at.
Yeah. All right, fellas, let the people know where they can follow you, man. Let the people know where they can find you at.
Yeah, Qualk.
I'm at QualkTalk on Twitter, and I try to keep it real on there. I'll throw some good stats at you this week.
Give him the stats, man.
Yeah, he's a stat guy.
I love this thing because, like, me and Tom are like, we like we like twins, and then CJ and Quack, man, y'all like twins.
Well, mine's Tom. I tweet about life half the daggum time. Like, what's like?
Me too.
We lost remote controls in a house. Names were called. Things got serious. And my son does golf, and so I'm tweeting about his golf stuff.
Bro, I don't tweet a lot of Miami football either, bro. Like, I got a life.
I got 2 kids, 3 dogs, and a wife. Like, if we lose, I'll be mad for like 30 minutes. I'm like,
come on, time to be mad. You my spirit animal, bro. I'm the same.
I'm not domesticated, man.
I got real problems.
I got real problems over here, buddy.
There you go. Football ain't one of them.
It used to be.
Yeah,
but not time. It will fuck up my weekend, but not no
right.
Yeah, I'll be mad for about 30 minutes, if that, and I got to think about tuition and all this other nonsense. And
Make sure y'all boys a follow, man. We'll see y'all for the Miami game. Y'all got pulled back.
We got ready back for Miami.
Got be for the Miami game for sure.
For sure.
Love,
take care.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, guys.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks for having us on.
Most definitely.
All right. I think it's gonna be our first 5-hour show.
Shit, right.
5 hours.
Real quick,
right,
fellas, to wrap up this.
Tia came on an hour ago. Hold on, bro. Shout out Tia. Tia is our top donator. Y'all can try to outdo her. She ain't playing no games though. She said Don said he don't even want to discuss sorry ass UM with you, Larry. Tough times, roll tide. I don't know why, bro. You can't tell me both of your lines is F's and think I can't give you 14. 2 touchdowns is not bad when both of your lines are F's.
The man said he was being honest. You wasn't.
I said 14-0.
Is that Vampire X?
Vampire X or Vampire X.
If we pronounce it wrong, excuse us. Say Wilson ain't catching nothing. Tigers by 1,000. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Your secondary. I seen your secondary. So
yeah, it's a little sus. Yeah, that secondary definitely sus. That's why I gave Florida State some points.
I'm say some points. It was say 50.
I gave some points. Shit. I don't.
Hey, that's all the super chats we got, Harlan.
Yeah, I think it catches us up.
All right, cool.
What the hell are we going right now? I was in the middle of talking.
Hold on, real quick, but let me
recap it. Go ahead, bro. Go.
Let me knock out this visit list for this weekend. Real quick, just wrapping up Clemson just wrapping up the Clemson game. We got some recruiting news. Official visit wise, we have Damari Brown, 4-star defensive back from Fort Lauderdale. Robert Kearney, a 4-star offensive line commit. I think he was originally supposed to visit UF for the LSU game, and canceling that visit and decided to come this weekend for his official visit. For the unofficial visits, we have Michael Mitchell. This kid has pretty much been at every damn game, every home game that is. Like I said, 4-star running back that's committed to Utah. Once his grade situation clears up and we offer, I pretty much see him jumping on board immediately once that happens. Hakeem Williams, receiver commit. 4-star offensive lineman DJ Chester. Lucas Simmons, 4-star offensive line commit. Blake Nicholson. Ruben Bain, the Miami Central defensive end. He's going to be in town. Keldrick Falk, he was originally scheduled to Florida State commit. I guess he was going to go to the Tennessee game. Ended up canceling that and coming over to the FSU game. So I do want to give the staff a shout out to that, because a lot of these kids they had originally scheduled visits elsewhere, but ended up canceling those visits and decided to come to this game. DeMarco Ward, linebacker commit. Keaton Kirkland, defensive back commit. And Wilkie Denied, 4-star defensive end commit from Auburn. 2024 recruits, we have Michael Dansley, 4-star athlete. 4-star receiver BJ Gibson. 4-star is that Kylan Fox? Can he read my own damn handwriting? And lastly, we have a 5-star commit running back Cam Davis as far as the visit list. Well, yeah, so
all right. Shift gears. We'll go back. I was kind of in the middle of recapping, but we'll slide past that a little bit.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get the picks, man.
All right. Well, you ain't gonna just get your news off and then tell me let's get the picks.
Recruiting news? What are you talking about?
I say your news. I ain't say recruiting news. Hold on, brother. Relax.
Oh my God.
Hey, listen, man. And love all makes my brother.
Bro,
man.
it's 2.5 hours. It's
8:30. Hell no. You're not gonna do that. Honestly, yeah, no, we did get. You gotta remember we split right when I was doing some of the recap. I'm gonna recap in 40 seconds, and then we'll move on. Then we'll get into the picks. We lost. Tighten up. Don't let teams keep getting these big jumps out on you. That's been something that was haunting us for a little while now. I do want to highlight a few players that I thought did really well in that game. I had a visitors list. Actually, y'all check out. We're gonna do some. What we're gonna actually start doing now more is some more shorts, some YouTube clips. So what I'll do is I'll record some of that stuff for you guys so you can check out some of the information. That way, we had a show this week that was a little bloated with a lot of guests, so I'll get back to that. But real quick before we move on to the picks, I want to highlight a few guys. The wide receiver room in general did really good this week. Want to give a little praise to Frank Lasson and Kobe Young did well. Linebackers again did really well. Mallory, Mesidor. I thought the tandem of Jackson and Taylor up the middle of the defensive line did well. And along with Agude, I thought had a great game as well. So that's it. We're gonna y'all look out for our YouTube. We're gonna start putting up more of the YouTube. I think they call them shorts, is what they call them right now, clips. So if you want to get
all together, we'll do shorts. We're gonna do just short form
check
content.
out in general, right?
I'm gonna do some logo talk, recruiting updates, things that are going on around the program. These guys will do the same thing. We're just gonna do more frequent things like that because our big show so far apart, we missed a lot of recruiting and stuff like that. We want to keep everybody on beat to what's going on.
Absolutely.
Let's get into the picks. Let's do the picks. I'm gonna do a quick recruiting because I didn't get to none of my recruiting stuff. We got a huge weekend.
Go real quick because I got to grab my phone. So
go ahead.
Go
ahead. Go ahead, Silken. I gotta address that the NC State game. Larry said it's gonna be quick. Might as well. One second. Let me get my recruiting shit up. Tomorrow, the show will already be out. These kids, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but Deion Johnson and Bryce Thornton are deciding tomorrow. I will report on the Wednesday evening. Most of the predictions on most of these sites are predicting both of these guys decide for University of Florida. Deion Johnson decommitted from Ohio State over the summer after a visit to UF. People were expecting a flip right away. He wanted to take his time, check out some programs, make sure he's making the right decision this time. Now he's making his decision. I feel good about him coming to UF. It's going to be a good get. I got some more content dropping about if we land him. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Then we'll drop the content, so I don't want to get into that, too deep into that. But overall good secondary. Corey Raymond's doing his thing, man. This weekend is a big weekend. We have 5-star 2023 prospects. 5-star defensive tackle James Smith is coming on an official visit. Quay Russaw is coming on an official visit. A lot of Gator commits. Marcus Stokes, the quarterback. Kamani McClain's coming into town. Now on an official visit. Bryce Thornton, who's also deciding tomorrow, is coming on an official visit. So right on the wall a little bit there if you can read between the lines. Keon Keeley is a guy that tried the official visit Kentucky game. Staff pretty much had the only official visit for the season for the LSU weekend just because of a lot of things that's going on, man. You don't really want to – you can't give kids the time to show them the campus and all of the resources and things you offer on the day of a game. So they didn't want to do a whole lot of official visits outside the LSU game. So I don't know if we'll get him in right now. That's feeling like an Alabama and Ohio State matchup coming down the stretch here. We'll see if anything changes. I know we're still trying to get a December visit, but we'll see what's up. I think he's going to decide before then. Jordan Hall's also coming into town. 4-star South Carolina D-line commit Xavier McLeod. It's another guy. UCF defensive tackle commit John Walker, another guy on that I-4 quarter. I told y'all in the beginning of the season, whoever win that I-4 quarter likely wins the state in recruit. We eating on that thing a little bit. Pause. We'll see what happens. An interesting one that's coming. Georgia Tech grad transfer linebacker Demetrius Knight. Corey Bender. He must hit that portal early and got busy with it. That's real interesting. That's interesting to say the least. You don't see that
taking business.
Yeah.
That's
I understand it. Get up out of there and get that decision wrapped up so you can get in school in January. I understand it.
Right. Some interesting 2024. I won't get into all our commits that'll be there. Some interesting 2024 prospects. The number 1 ranked receiver, Josiah Trader. He's coming into town alongside my number 1 quarterback on my board. I don't know where he's out on everybody else's board, but DJ Ladway from Texas will be in town as well. Interesting. I don't know what his timetable is, but I do like the frequent stops and him stopping by on campus. we'll see where we at with it. Big recruiting weekend. I'm gonna have some more content rolling out on Sunday, just to update people on what the vibe was with the visits. That's it. That's all I got.
Real quick, speaking on the North Carolina State game, real quick. Boils down to it, offense got to be better. We played 3 quarters of scoreless offense. Has to be better. Don't know what the issue is, but Mike and company got to get it together. We got the explosive plays, but it's you got to be more consistent. We lead the country in plays of 20 yards or more, chunk plays of 20 yards or more, but we got to correlate that to being more consistent and sustaining drives and finishing drives. Travis has to be better. The first interception was terrible. Even the second interception, just looking at the plays again, I don't mind that play call. I do have an issue with the decision he made. He had different options on that route. If you look at pre-snap, that defensive back was playing off and to the outside of Michael Pittman. So him getting to that spot was going to be hard in the first place. Move over to your right side. You have Johnny Wilson running a slant. I feel like that chance is more probable with Johnny Wilson shielding that cornerback on the backside. And you also have a chance of, if you don't get this incomplete pass, you got third down to get whatever you got to get, and then go ahead and kick the field goal. So you can't have an interception at that point in time at all. That's just something you can't have. But defense did play well overall. We just got to get better, more healthy within the defensive tackle room, because that can be exposed as it was a little bit against NC State. But just overall, man, you got to play cleaner ball. When you have a team 17-3, you shouldn't lose that game. So I do fault coaching a lot in regards to that, and players making plays. We had 8 drop passes. 5 of those drop passes, 5 or 6, I can't remember the exact number. 5 or 6 of those drop passes came on 3rd and 4th down. Can't fucking happen. Those are drive killers. It just can't happen. That's pretty much my recap on NC State.
Hey, man, your man Mike got choked up at the presser, man. What's that all about, man?
I ain't even see it. I think I heard about it.
He shared the plugs, too.
Go ahead. Oh, okay. Hard show shit. You got choked up at the presser. But you can't show that. I get the emotion, but that's some shit you ain't gonna show right there. Like, I ain't on that shit. Like, come on, we gotta be. You're I don't know. I feel like you're a leader.
You're a bitch. You know what I mean? No sense in. You soft. That's what you is. It's cool.
Right. If you're a bitch, man. So if Mike is a bitch, he's a bitch, man. But no, seriously though, man, I feel like you don't get choked. I guess he get choked because he's investing in those guys, and he knows, how much they want it. And I feel like he probably got choked up because he let those guys down, to keep it real, man. That's a game that should have been winnable.
They let him down, man.
Some coaching decisions. I think it was a combination of both players.
You got to score. There's a whole half, man. Somebody got to make a play, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, we talk about the drop passes and stuff like that. Like, those are, and we're talking about not drop passes on first and second. We're talking about drive extending plays. Like, you stay on the field with those catches. So
I can't scheme up catches. You got to catch it if I get you there. Players got to make plays. That's one thing about me, man. Like, coaches.
Receivers can't get open no more, man. They took the dunk out in the garage a little.
Nah, they was open. Them boys were open, man. Shit, and Larry brought up last week. Like, what did Johnny Wilson do last week? He had 2 catches for like 60-some yards. We had like 3 drops too. So
and that just can't happen.
Yeah, it can't
happen.
It can't.
That's make plays.
Yeah, you got to. And Johnny Wilson said, redshirt sophomore, and that was the big deal with him. Spring and a little bit of preseason camp, just being consistent. The talent, the ceiling is through the roof, but you got to be consistent. So
you got to
be better.
Catching ball is your that's the base of what you do. But anyways, all right, we ran a little bit long, man. Let's get into these picks. Brought to you by the homie Spencer over at SpencerJerkyJerky.com, the only made-to-order jerky that starts with a trip to the butcher to source tender steak. You want some. In this case, you want soft meat. Specifically for your back. Gonna marinate it 24 hours in freshly crafted marinades. Using only locally sourced produce and all natural ingredients with no added sugar. Ain't nothing sweet about Spencer's meat. You know what I mean? When Spence go get that meat, bro, it is what it is.
That's
he ain't put nothing else on it. You know what I mean?
Sweet about Spencer's meat. That's kind of wild.
5 staple flavors include original. You know what I mean? Old school. Y'all know that. Y'all know the vibes with that.
Larry on getting zesty with the ad reads, fam.
Right, bro.
It's all about it. Let me do my thing, baby. This is what I do now. I'm professional. We got Old Bay. You know her. Old Reliable. habanero bourbon. Yeah, mixing up a little bit there. Mandarin jalapeno. What I like about Mandarin jalapeno is this is mixing two cultures, right? So we're going China and Mexico, right? And then
what?
Mandarin is in China and
and jalapeno.
Yeah.
Jalapeno, that's a little bit more Mexican. And then the hood favorite, man, the one you can always rely upon, man. Lemon pepper. What the hell? Easy. I don't know what a cheetah. You can get this delivered worldwide. Use exclusive promo code Big Meat for 10% off your order from SpencerJerkyJerky.com. You can get that delivered anywhere from Cheetah, Russia to Kano, Nigeria.
I think there's Mandarin the fruit, bro. I don't think there's Mandarin like the place.
Hey man, don't tell me how to do my job, man. I'm gonna tell you how to do yours, baby. You know what I mean? I like being ignorant.
Shout out to the donation, man. S. The game. Get little cuz Tia out the big money box. Okay. Upset win this week for the nose. One of the Wilson with the last minute big catch for the win. I like that. One of the Wilsons. Yeah, get Tia up out of there, bro. One of the Wilsons.
I mean, that's a close spread, bro. Like I want to get my real score for the Miami game before I get out of here. That was a crazy score. I was just bullshit.
It was funny.
It was. You just cut it there.
What's the score? What you got?
I mean, y'all gave us a shitty review. I'm gonna get no real score.
He said F and F.
What were we talking about? Where we at with it?
Your score.
Score. You said the real score.
Oh, Miami. Oh, yeah, Miami. I think Miami beat the shit out of them people, bro. Give me. I think Van Dyke has another good day. 34.
Bro, more
20.
Y'all lose.
34-20.
I think they could blow them out too. But like, if y'all
you can't tell me
F's
on both sides. And
if y'all lose this one, this shit might. How he's talking.
I asked about the wide receivers. I say, yo,
I can't.
I said a 4-6 wide receiver.
Yeah.
And said no.
He gave me no. I usually pick against all y'all boys every damn game. That boy gave me no reason.
No,
I can't do it.
So that
gave me no reason at all.
All right, let's rattle these games off, man, to get on out of here. Let's see. Top of the list, we have number 5, Michigan at home versus number 10, Penn State University. Michigan is favored by 6.5 points. What we got?
Give me Michigan, man. I think Auburn got those boys running. They're playing real good ball right now. So give me Michigan.
What you got, Silk?
Offense is flourishing since the Broyles when they left.
I think Michigan wins. But I think Penn State covers.
And Penn State covers. Okay. I'm familiar with the defensive coordinator at Penn State. Not exuding a lot of confidence in me. I think the big house will be rocking. Give me Michigan to cover that touchdown. I think Michigan wins by give me Michigan by 13. Go ahead and put that game away. All right, next game. Hey, I know you don't be reading the chat as much.
I'm looking at it.
Grab the phone. You got it? Okay. All right. I still missing 1 week though, dog. If you could put them in, even though I don't think it'll make me win, but I would appreciate it. All right, next game. We have number 9, Mississippi, Ole Miss, that is. Minus 14.5 against Auburn. Auburn's coming to visit. Hotty Toddy. What we got, AC?
It's tough. This is tough. I think Lane coverage. This will probably be the game that gets Harsin fired. So,
oh wow, okay.
I'm gonna go Ole Miss. I'm gonna go Ole Miss.
Like it, brother. Zip.
Yeah, I like Ole Miss to cover.
All right.
This next game got me fucked up because the quarterback is out.
Give me Auburn to cover. I think Ole Miss pulls this off, but I think some reason Auburn makes it weird. Auburn's one of those teams that I don't know, year in, year out.
Auburn
like when I count them out.
They about to take Bane from y'all too.
Who?
Nah, I don't. I seen that. I seen that crystal ball. I think it's bullshit because I think Harsin's going to be gone this season. So. Yeah, Ruben Bain. There's a crystal ball put in for him to Auburn. I don't think he's going to Miami though.
I still like him a little bit, honestly. But
when I saw that crystal ball,
that
like when I saw that CB, I think my first thought that came to my mind is Harsin is going to be the head coach. So
no, it'll be Bama. I like Bama, honestly, if we don't get them. But give me Auburn to cover. I think Ole Miss still wins. I just think Auburn makes this game weirdly interesting. This is what they kind of do. All right, next game. Oklahoma at home. This is one of those weird lineups where the home team is unranked.
Man, give me Kansas.
But they are favored by 7.5 against number 19.
I'm struggling with this one because Kansas star quarterback, he's going to be out this game, and he's a big damn piece. But like you said, he scored in 2 weeks.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Yeah, give me Kansas.
What are we talking about? What's 7 points? They can't cross the pylon. The hell we talking about?
These boys ain't scored in 2 weeks, man.
Give me big Kansas.
Give me Kansas. Fuck it.
Yeah, I actually had Oklahoma, but once I thought about it, you ain't scoring 2 weeks. Nah, give me Kansas.
Come on, bro.
You ain't score. Can't go with it. All right. Next, we got number 23 Texas at home hosting the Iowa State Cyclones. Favored by 17.5.
Man, give me Iowa State. Just for the fact that's a lot of damn points. Give me Iowa State. I do think they win. I think Texas win, but shit, yeah, give me Iowa State. That's a lot.
What you guys saying?
I'm gonna respect yours, man. I'm gonna respect his gangster, bro. Give me Texas, dog.
Oh, I like it. Blowing the top off. All right, Paul.
I'm not doing any of the sorts.
Not yours. Let's see. Let me get Iowa State. I 18 points. Texas has been definitely one of those more schizophrenic teams for me. So yeah, give me Iowa State to cover. All right. Next, Miami at home. Oh, I'm sorry, away. 7.5 point favorites against Virginia Tech, who has a F offensive line and an F defensive line.
Give me Miami.
Yeah, man. I already laid it down, man. Miami.
All right, Miami. All around.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if y'all
probably the best game of the week.
Oh boy, that shit will be up to Tennessee State, boy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. It's possible, bro.
You damn right. Anything possible.
Probably the game of the week. I wish it was further down the list, but the game of the week to me, number 3, Alabama is on the road. They, however, are favored against number 6, Tennessee at home by 7.5. What say you see?
Give me Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Give me Tennessee. Even if I think Milroe, if he plays, Tennessee will win. But even if the Heisman Trophy winner plays, I still feel like it'd be a close game. So give me Tennessee. If Bryce Young plays, I still think it'd be close. Give me Tennessee. The cover.
Yeah, I'm with you. Bama against some of the better teams, like I said earlier this year, haven't been that convincing. But who you got? Who you got, Phil?
7.5, man.
7.5.
Tennessee at home. Yeah, give me Tennessee, man. Tennessee cover.
Likewise, I think Bama pulls this off in a close one, 24-20, something like that. But I got Tennessee covering.
That bitch about to be rocking. You hear me?
Yeah, it's gonna be rocking for sure.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be an amazing atmosphere. It's probably gonna be one, like I said, game of the week easily. Probably top 5 game of the year, I would imagine.
We got a showdown next. Yeah, this is a showdown right here. Look at that spread.
We got 100 on this. Me and you got 100 on this.
What the fuck, bro? 40
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
Number 1, Georgia.
And I'm still picking them motherfuckers.
Number one Georgia home.
No, I'm not.
Minus you can't, yeah, because that's our bet. Minus 39.5.
Georgia's been terrible against the spread, bro.
You're right, but Vanderbilt is just super trash this year to me. So CJ got Vandy covering.
No, I got Georgia. I still got
Georgia covering. I'm sorry, Georgia covering.
Right, he looking at Harlan pick.
No, I'm looking at my phone actually. Still you got Vandy covering.
Yeah.
39.5.
Yeah, for sure.
And I got Georgia covering 39.5.
Nice.
Vandy's boo-boo. All right. It's another pretty interesting matchup. We have Arkansas on the road. This is pretty much a toss-up game. Minus 1.5 against BYU at home.
Give me the Hogs.
Sweet.
I'm gonna take BYU, man. They gotta travel out there to give me BYU.
Mormon country. Yeah, I'm with you. Give me BYU at home. Only, it's pretty much a toss-up game, but I'll take BYU at home.
Gonna put them 30-year-old grown men out there, man.
Yeah, it is. Hey, boys got mortgages. They got mouths to feed. You know what I mean?
Villages. Some more.
Right? Yeah. They got third world countries they trying to take care of as well as their own house. All right, a few more games left. We got number 13, Texas Christian University at home, minus 3.5 to number 8, Oklahoma State.
Give me the mullet.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Gundy. Give me the mullet. They've been rocking this show.
I like TCU playing good football as well, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. The mullet rocking, but TCU playing football, good football. They got it at home, 3.5.
Good game. It's probably number 2 matchup.
That probably, I was about to say, bro. This is gonna be a good one, bro. I'm gonna take the mullet as well. I'm gonna go Oklahoma State, man.
All right, I'm gonna stick with my my call on my sheet. I took Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is always my go-to of why the hell Miami ain't doing better. So I'm always
the hell they gotta do with y'all?
Because they don't out-recruit us ever, and they still outperform us every year. And they beat us in the bowl, so it's like something's wrong. I agree. There's a culture there. Yeah, there's a culture there. Exactly.
Also, they got a coach.
I know a coach which has instilled a coach.
Oh, yeah, he definitely instilled a coach.
It all rolls in one. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, give me Oklahoma State as well there. All right, a few more. We got number 18 Syracuse at home. They are favored by 3.5 against the visiting Wolf Pack of North Carolina State.
And give me Cuse. With O'Leary out, I don't think playing the whole game, whatever that quarterback name is, I don't think he can do it playing the whole game.
O'Leary out for sure?
Oh yeah, I don't know for sure, but shit, based off of what
I don't remember what happened to him.
He got a shoulder fall. He got a shoulder messed up against us. I took a hard hit from Joshua Farmer. I said Jordan Farmer. Joshua Farmer when he was making the tackle on him. All right, that's a damn Laker.
For the Lakers.
Yeah. Joshua Farmer made the tough tackle on him, and he was in the sling. There was his throwing shoulder too, so I don't see him playing.
Okay, I didn't know that even, but I had Syracuse in this one. I just thought Syracuse playing pretty decent ball. You gotta tip your cap to the Beijing King.
Beijing, man.
He ain't getting fired, but say he good.
And it's a home game for them, so I actually had Syracuse as well.
We gotta make sure Dino survive, man. They got Herm out of here, bro. We're running out of,
Now Dino's a fighter, man, and it's Syracuse. Like, fire Dino for who?
All right.
We're actually already at SMU, so
yeah, you're right about that.
You gonna get ain't much to upgrade there. So
you said fire Dino for who, man?
For who?
Get Dino ass out of there so quick.
For who though? I mean,
Easy said Dan Mullen.
Dan Mullen, man, get the.
They do it though. You don't think they do it?
I admit, yeah, but I don't think Dan would do it. Dan probably chilling, bro. I think Dan done with the game. He probably just He probably just gonna do
he can't do college, bro. What it is now, he can't handle what it is.
Yeah,
Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, I got Dino, big Dino Barber. Dino Babers, man.
Dino Babers. All right, last 4 games. We got Florida at home, -2.5 against LSU.
I pick LSU. Give me LSU. I pick LSU to win, so give me LSU.
Give me the Kitty Cats, man. Until proven otherwise, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Boy, scared of cat.
We just beat Mizzou. You just said this last show.
He still scared. Still was scared. It was scary. You know, sometimes, you know.
Not really.
Yeah, it was. Your quarterback threw for 66 yards, man. That was scary.
I wasn't scared.
Well, maybe you was drunk. If my quarterback threw for 66 yards, that's a scary day.
No, I knew I was gonna win.
I like it.
You know, eventually he's gonna break the pocket. We're gonna do something explosive, something crazy. We're gonna score and get up out of here. Yeah, we covering this. Yeah,
you gotta pick Florida. All right, last 2.
You know what it is.
Number 4, Clemson, -6.5.
I think
on the road
Clemson covering
against
this.
FSU.
I already picked Clemson.
Big Clemson. You picked Clemson crazy.
Yeah, I did. I had fun with that one. I went back to like Trevor Lawrence, Trevor Etienne.
The boys are long gone.
I know. I just
that's how the scores was back then. We was a lot
I had
worse.
fun with that score. I don't really think it's gonna be that big of a difference. I mean, my real score would be probably something like 37.
These last 2 good ones as well.
23, something like that. That'd be my honest score. All right. 2 more and we up out of here. Number 16, Mississippi State are on the road. They are favored by 6.5 to number 22, the Kentucky Wildcats.
Give me Kentucky.
Kentucky to cover. All right. What you got, Phil?
That Mike Leach offense has been sketchy, man. I'm gonna go Mike Stoops. Cover that.
All right, we in unison. I'm gonna take Kentucky as well on that one.
Is Kentucky quarterback? Everything okay with him?
Levis, I do think he's playing. I don't think there's an issue there.
Okay,
he was hurt.
I do think, he got banged up last game.
Yeah,
that's probably it may be questioned though. That's probably why they're favored because Mississippi State is on the road. But I mean they're a little bit higher in the rankings, but still 6.5. Yeah, it's probably questions with Levis. All right, final game of the slate. Great basketball rivalry. Decent football rivalry, I guess. UNC on the road -6.5 against the Duke Blue Devils.
Give me the Dukies, man. I think Big Elko go hold it down, man. I think he's a really good coach. Give me the Dukies.
Yeah, man, Dookie. All right, what you got, Silk?
Yeah, give me Duke, man. I got Duke beating them boys. Every time somebody beat Miami, they go and get their ass beat the next week. Be
I like that pattern. That's actually a great way to bet it. I like it.
You toss a little bit of troll and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and but it's also backed by some facts.
Right.
You make me want to change my pick, but because I got it locked in at UNC, but now that you say that, I'm like, that's good. It's good reasoning. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the pick for now, though. Go ahead and give me UNC to cover. And that is it, man. We are done. What a show. What a hell of a show.
What a doozy.
Sorry, we got a little bit discombobulated. You know, we got
updates.
What updates? Ain't no updates.
No, I think he was showing a pose or something like that, man. You gotta show a pause. Okay. We appreciate everybody for hanging out with us, man. Any shout out, fellas?
Shout out to the people that's still hanging in there with us, man. I know the show ran a little bit long. We appreciate y'all being here. Hit that like, man, and subscribe. And shout out to all our guests. We really appreciate it. I think when you get shows like this, it gives you the real vibe of what we do here. It's more of a for us, by us type platform. So we really appreciate all the guys that came and hang out with us tonight and did a tremendous job.
Harlan's gonna chop this up in a lot of different ways too. So we're gonna have it chopped up, and we're getting real creative with how we blend this content up. So it'll be Florida State cut ups just only on YouTube. So you guys go just consume the Florida State interview, or just the Gator interview, or just the Miami interview. So we're gonna break this all up, or you just watch it all in one swoop. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it very consumer friendly. Any shout outs, CJ?
Nah, man, like Larry said, shout out to the people, man. That's all. Shout out to the people. Love y'all, man. It's been a lot of support. That's it. Make sure you guys pound that like, subscribe, show some love, man, and share it as well.
Already, man. Peace and blessings, man. Shout out to the people, man, for holding us down. We're gonna keep this thing rolling each and every week. No cap on Sundays. Hit our DMs. We already got some international guests lined up. A few people hit me up. My man Casey hit me up, want to come pull up on us, man. So we may hang out. We got quite the lineup. If you try and get on the show, hit our DMs up. We need your email to set y'all up to come hang out with the guys, man. It's the roll up. It's the vibes. It's the biggest. Harlan, let's get up out of here.